Hey everybody, welcome to the show. We're starting here in just a couple minutes. Sorry for a little bit of delay, you know, first show, first year problems, all that kind of jazz. Hopefully everything is good to go. With that said, Streamloot cards are up. There's a brand new set. It is using the old Dragonlance set, so if you have cards back from when we played Dragonlance, you probably have some cards right now. They will be used tonight. Tonight is primarily an episode 0. We're going to be going over character creation, playing out our cast as their younger years, we'll say. And then moving into how and what knights they get. If you've not seen my review for Mythic Bastionland, there is 72 knights in this book. They got two choices. They can roll or pick. One is to get rid of analysis paralysis, or if you want to lean into the dice gods. And the other one is, I already own a costume and want to wear it. At least for my crew it is. So we have Adam and Diana here, and then what name do you want to go by? Udahime? Is that what you want to go by? Yes, Udahime? Okay, cool. I didn't know, because everyone's different. So we'll be starting here in a few minutes, so get your cards, look through them. You can pick them up over on the Streamloot site like always. I will be doing some changing of overlays as we're going through, adjusting things, getting things ready to go. All right, everybody, you ready for, I guess, a tale of violence, knighthood, to seek out the myths, to save the realm, and to listen to the seers? We'll get into how the game works in just a few minutes. Why would you be able to hear me? Welcome to Mythic Bastionlands, everybody. There has been, so we have overlays, there are things in place. I'm doing a lot of changes in the background, but I'm excited for this. This is by far one of my most anticipated games to release in the last, I honestly am going to say 20 years. 20 years, easily. Chris is an amazing designer. He is someone that, as a designer, I look to for inspiration daily when I'm doing my design work. We've played this game with two of the cast members privately before, just because I wanted to have fun with being able to entertain the idea of a cinematic system that is an all-in-one role. There's a lot of developers that are doing this right now and designers. We'll get more into that as we go on. But today we are doing episode 0. This is Hooves and Horns. And we're going to be playing with our cast, prepping not only what knight they get, but prepping their before times as a squire. Squire is super easy to roll, and I want everyone who's watching the show to be able to see kind of the whole concept of setting up a game for Mythic Bastionlands. So today is kind of that episode where you get to do it with us. Nice wide frames on this show for most of our stuff. So you'll be able to see a little bit more of our cast. We have 3 for this, with a spot for guests as well, but no guests tonight. We're just doing setup with the crew. So I think that's all I have to say. A little gushing on it, doing some audio testing live with everybody. So let's bring over the crew. I guess we'll bring them on. We'll start with, we got to start, I guess, with Diana. I think that's who we have to start with for this one. Oh, by the way, I forgot. Don't worry. We have bats. I would never get rid of them on you. Hi, Diana.
Hi, friends.
So, Diana, you luckily got to play this one other time with me.
Yes.
This is a crazy game. It's not normal in any form or fashion. You don't know what character you're going to play, right? You're going to roll as well?
No. Yes, definitely.
100% rolling. What
100%
is...
rolling.
Did you pick your squire name, though? Didn't you? I heard you talking before the show. You have a squire name.
Yes, I do.
All right. What is your squire name for the audience? And I'm immediately starting with you and saying, what do they look like? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you thought I was going to give you time to prep? I told you that's not.
No, it's fine. So her name is Esme. So Esme. Calloway. Calloway.
Calloway. Okay. And what does she usually wear as a squire?
Me. I would say just like what I'm wearing now, with like maybe pants that kind of has like a half skirt, like so it's like pants, but then you can see the half skirt on the side, like kind of flowy, and belts. And maybe she has lots of satchels because she wants to help. She's so eager to help everyone.
She's a helper.
Help her knight.
You're a kinder knight than the last night you played.
Oh, the last night I played.
Weren't you horde knight in the last one?
Yes.
She's mean.
You were scary.
But this is the
probably the horde.
It's true.
Knight.
That's you know what? That's true. It 100% could change. We could.
I gotta make it like completely opposite. So
there could be
nice.
There could be a complete 180. I'm kind of expecting that to happen to somebody. Kind of expecting. So, Esme Calloway, and your primary color right now is green.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, we'll see if that continues. Let's bring the next candidate on.
Doesn't sound great.
Nah, it doesn't sound great at all, does it? Nah, she's worried already. I'm already doing my job if Diana's worried. Adam, you also got to play this with me.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I did.
How are you playing this? You have double audio, do you? Really?
Oh no.
I have double audio?
She does.
Do? Oh, Diana.
No. Our third does. Try hitting refresh for me and see if it goes away. Just refresh the browser. You're all locked in on my end. It won't matter. So while she's fixing that, our third is getting doubles, but nobody else is getting doubles. Just her.
It's okay.
You guys aren't, though.
No.
Okay, we're good. You getting doubles still? Why are you getting doubles, lady? hold on a minute. We're gonna skip Adam.
Bye.
Yeah, nope. Sorry, buddy. Let's bring her on. We're gonna fix this. Hi, lady. You don't have me on twice, do you? And you hear me twice.
Sorry, I'm the trouble child again.
Yeah,
Yet
I feel like
I am
we
causing
can't
all the
take your
chaos,
mind.
which is going to be just, you know.
And there's
the
no
usual.
extra version of it somewhere that you're hearing? It's muted on my end. This is muted. I muted this entire thing for you. We're going to make sure you don't have doubles before we go anywhere. Or we're going to do something a little different. No, it's okay. It is what it is. So, audio output is browser. Let me try something really quick. Do you hear double still? You still hear double. Okay, so it's not on my end. Because if it was on my end, I would have just fixed it.
I still hear both. And I don't know why. It's so weird. I don't have YouTube up. I don't have Albert.
And there's no, Albert won't have any audio in it.
No.
There's only audio.
Both sites were muted on my end.
Yeah. That means that your audio source coming in, can you hit the gear button on OBS Ninja? You didn't have this before. It's not until I booted OBS that you have this problem. Because when OBS was down and we were just talking in here, you did not hear doubles, correct?
Let me see.
Me, I will also refresh.
Try again.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
No.
Still good? No?
Oh, wait. No, I still hear double.
All right, here. I'm going to refresh mine. Give me a sec.
I'm taking away from the show.
Do you
I'm
hear
so
doubles?
Sorry, everyone.
Do you hear doubles still?
Ninja hates me.
Do you hear doubles now?
I don't know why.
Do you hear me at all?
I do, unfortunately. And I've changed the output.
It'd be input. I'm guessing you're inputting the browser maybe instead of your headphones. So you're hitting doubles. Do you have a wavelength?
I do.
Oh. Please open the wavelength sources, your little thing.
Okay, let me double check 1 second.
I already know what this is.
Wavelength.
Make sure you don't have any of the broadcasts on. Broadcast is the circle with the rings on each side. Not on your microphone. Your Elgato mic you want it on. The very first one you want it on. Okay. Can't hear you anymore. So once you have that set up, you can hear me. Okay. Am I double still? I'm just going to keep playing with music until... It happens. I had this problem with her last time when we fixed it. So make sure that I'm going to talk quieter so the double is not as offensive. Make sure that the circle is on with the lines for the wave and off for all of the other ones.
Huh. I really don't know how to fix it.
Do you have the wavelength program up?
I do.
So after that, what's going on is you're hearing the browser twice. I'm assuming you're hearing system and browser. Where it says system audio, like if you look at all the bars and I'm talking, how many channels move? La 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 la
one
la
channel.
la 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 la. Just one. Which one is it? Browser? Yeah.
I don't know how to check that. I'm so sorry.
It will look
It
like
is so distracting because I'm still hearing to double and it's throwing my brain off.
Are you hearing double music or just me?
Let me come back. I'm gonna leave. I'll come back.
Okay. But I'm going back to
Yeah.
Adam then.
Yes, please.
Sometimes things work. Sometimes they don't. Adam, you're back.
Hi, I'm back.
Waving. He's waving. I see you. So anyway, let's go back to us while she's messing with it. You played before with me. We did not do little ones. We did not do squires. We only did the big baddies, right? Like we only did full knights, I should say. Full knights.
Oh yeah.
So
I had rolled a fun one.
what did you get last time?
I was the gallows knight.
I'll tell you what, if you get the gallows knight again, I'll let you reroll.
I mean, that's like when I rolled for a chef with the other game. And
It's
I just
true.
did it.
I know. I'm specifically giving it to you because you roll doubles all the time. JD, I do have that list, but with her, it's her setup. It's not on my end, unfortunately, because otherwise they would hear doubles as well. So, what are you naming your squire that trained and travels with the barbed knight? What is your squire's name?
His name is Squire Thomas Danestone.
D-A-N-E?
Yes.
Dane
Or
Stone.
D-A-Y-N-E.
Oh.
Stone.
D-A-Y-N-E. D-A-Y.
Always have to have something special.
Hold on, let me erase it. D-A-Y-N-E.
Easy chef. All right.
Stone. S-T-O-N-E, or is that special too?
Yep. No, S-T-O-N-E just on that one.
Oh, it's spelled stone with umlauts. So what does your squire look like that travels with the barbed knight?
Yeah, so he is slightly shorter than I am. I feel, yeah, I see that he's sitting like about 5'7"-ish, kind of on the smaller side of like the guy squires.
Smaller stature?
Yeah, smaller stature, but he's still kind of still got some heft to him because like for him, he's carrying like a lot of the armor and like the heavier stuff. So he's like trying to get like almost like trying to be a pack mule. So just trying to get where he needs to. Yeah, just a plain old black shirt with some bracers on him. He's I feel like he's just very plain black trousers with boots as well. He travels light, so he can carry more. To help. Yeah.
Oh, you got a mug too. Is that your travel mug?
Yes. This is my
Your travel
my
chalice?
mug. Yes,
Travel
my travel
chalice?
chalice.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So since you two played before and she's finishing her stuff and fixing her stuff, I don't want to do stats yet until we have her in. It's actually stats are easy in this game, by the way. Character creation is not going to be hard. And Diana asked if you guys got horses because it's called Hooves and Horns for episode 0. And my answer is kind of. So let me bring you two on while we're waiting for her to come back. And we'll get you set up. The knights is saying knee. Yes, that's correct. I just saw that pop up. Make sure it's the right one. This should be all three of us. There we go. So, I'm going to turn this music down so we don't have duplicates. So we have played, I think we played, 2 sessions? When
Yeah,
we
I think we
played?
did 2 sessions.
Diana, do you
Yeah.
remember?
I think it was like 2 or 3 sessions.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you guys remember the rules decently because it's pretty easy, but we'll go over them again when she gets here. I'm moving some stuff around on the screen because I wasn't going to use the screen tonight. If you're watching right now, Brianna, if you're watching, I wasn't going to use this screen. This is the one that I didn't do because I didn't think I'd have to do 3 people today, but apparently it's a requirement to have all of my screens done no matter what. I know that we want horses, but unfortunately as squires, you start with a fucking pony.
Ponies.
Cute.
Not a My Little Pony. I didn't say anything earlier. But yes, we start with a pony. We start with an actual pony.
3 of us get a pony.
One pony shared. It's
pony shared.
actually rations. No, I'm just kidding. You each get a pony. So write down that your pony.
Okay.
Here's your stats. Ready?
Okay. Pony stats.
Do you remember how what the stats are?
Oh.
Well, we've got vigor. Vigor.
So it's
and
clarity, vigor, and spirit. Vigor is like hit points,
spirit.
which it has a 7. Clarity
So,
is a 7. This is your horse. This is your pony.
all of us, right?
Everyone's got the same thing, which we'll give it to her when she gets here. And spirit is a 7. And it has a guard of a big, fat 0. Now, for people to understand how this works, guard is like your ability to parry, block blows before you actually take any damage to yourself. Everything usually has a 1 in it, but because squires, their ponies are only made for riding, and really not made for combat. Your ponies have a guard of 2.
Oh.
Ooh.
These are known as barbed ponies. They have armor of 1, so you can put A1. That just reduces your damage by 1. She specifically took these mounts from one of the settlements that you traveled through and did not ask for them.
Ooh.
I have a series of questions I'm going to be asking all of the cast when we get her back in as well. That we're going to go through for making your squires. But because I have the two of you, we're going to start with also your squire stats, because I'm going to have you two start with a duel while we're waiting for her.
Against each other? Yeah.
So, squire stats are not as good as knight stats. They're actually kind of garbaggio. But it's okay. So wherever you have your note card, wherever you want to put your stats for your squire, you get 2d6 down the line through VCS. I've been saying CVS because it's hilarious. Like it's a pharmacy.
Yeah.
But you get 2d6 down the line, and you only get 1 guard. You do not roll for your guard.
2d6 for each number, yeah?
2d6 down the line. Yep, you got it.
You said 1 guard, right?
1 guard is your squire. 1 guard.
Alright. So we're
Just a
rolling for-
garbage-
are we telling me the numbers?
2d6 down the line. Yeah, I want to know. No, actually, keep them yourselves. So that your opponent doesn't know. You've never faced each other before. We have another screen, which I wanted to use for us on this. I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. Where everyone's got really large cams for everything. She's gone. I don't have art yet, or there would be art behind each one of these pieces, but you get the idea for our warm-up show.
I don't cheat.
Now you add them together, just so you understand how it works. You add them together.
Right, the 2d6.
Yep, 2d6, straight down the line. Now, we get to decide on your starting gear, and that's also a roll, because these are the things you were either given by the settlement you came from, by family, maybe by another squire or someone who died. You found it on their bodies traveling. And you roll a d6 to determine your starting gear. Let me know what you got. A 2? What do you have?
6.
All right, a 2. Diana, you start with an axe. It is a d8, and it's hefty. Hefty means it's one-handed, but you can only wield one hefty weapon at a time. It's just a bigger, broader, badder version of a normal weapon. You got a 6?
Yeah.
You get 3 javelins.
Sweet.
Which are a d6. That's literally all you get, and a dagger that is a d6. Yep, you can use that however you want, but that's what you get. If you get knighted, because I will tell you, you may die before you roll your knights today.
Oh, the squires might die. Okay.
If that happens, we'll roll a new one. It literally takes that long to roll your squire. You're done. That's your squire.
Bam.
Super fucking easy. The Barbed Knight, if we go over to the map section here, Let me pull up our lovely knight here. 1 second.
Day for a night.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up her PDF. I was gonna pull it up over the whole screen for her. I think we're just gonna go to this instead. Hold on. Yeah, here. So these are the knights and the different things that you get in the game. I'm showing them the screen so they can see the PDF. There are just the squire, the things that they roll. When they're knighted, they get a d6 to each virtue. A knight, though, when a knight becomes, like you roll a starting knight, you roll a d12 and a d6 and add them together. What we're going to do is after they get knighted and we roll what their knights are, they're going to get to roll again and pick the higher of the two if they make it to knighthood today. If they don't make it to knighthood, they die. And they will roll a new character and we'll do it again. And that means on the first show, they may be playing a fucking squire.
Oh.
We'll see. We'll see. So, pretty simple. It's not crazy. I have this set up so I can pull it up and over top of our narrow cam so we can see what there is. So, the Barbed Knight is a fairly well-known knight in the realm. And the realm we are playing in currently, we give a name once we go to it, but you all have traveled from that realm, and she either took you from the one that you left, or she found you in the one that you're in. Currently, 2 realms are at war. So if you've played any video games in your entire life, it's like 2 different countries fighting. That's what this is like. They don't share a border that is habitable. They share a desert between them. As far as we know, this desert has not been crossed with an army, only by individuals. An army crossing is too dangerous. The weight of it causes you to sink into the desert, because the top layer of the desert is silt. And too much weight, there are pockets, and they lose people. People have tried to march across, doesn't happen. So, she is hired frequently to go across and find deserters from the war. Our current game we are playing, a war has just ended, and the king was killed through regicide, and the queen is the only living survivor of the family. No heirs. No kids left. One of her kids is a deserter, and by law, the Barbed Knight has been sent out to find her kid and bring them back dead or alive. First question. Are either one of you her kid?
No.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You have
I
to.
wanna
No,
be the kid.
there is a list of questions in this book. Don't you worry.
Oh.
I have 72 questions
Okay.
to
No
use
kid.
throughout the series.
Wow.
So this is just one for this. So neither one of you are her kid. Can I be?
That's good.
I don't know. Can you get your mic to work? Maybe then.
That's why we haven't found her. She's not here. Can't find her.
If you want to be the queen's kid, that's up to you. I'll tell you what. Udahime, if you want to be it, message me. Message me. Don't tell them. That's why I'm late, because I'm the queen's kid. Anyway, so neither one of you are the queen's kid. That's good. I'll check that box. So not queen's kid, not queen's kid. All right. Are either one of you from the new realm, or are you both from the original realm that we're going to be coming back to, the one that we have the map of? Or did you both travel with her hunting deserters, or did you get picked up in the other area?
I think I got picked up in the other area.
Picked up? Okay.
I was traveling with her.
That's the old realm, right?
That's what I have.
It's just the one they're warring with. So you're coming from the other side of war. Okay. So picked up and you're native is what you're saying, right? All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Native.
Native to the realm.
All right. And Udahime, if you're listening, you can write these down individually for your brat summer. And we will bring you back in. Oh God, that's fucking funny. I didn't realize she was still listening in chat. Now I can talk mad shit and she can hear me. Let me know when you get it, or if you need to come back in and do tech testing. That's the whole point of the day. If you need to do tech testing, let me know. So I'm going to bring us back to our... I think we have a 3-cam map select I can take us to here. With a little bit more of a vertical. There we go. So they can see the map, and then they should be able to see our extra piece as well. So this is the map for the audience, so you can see kind of what we're looking at. They have access to this. This is the player's map. The desert bleeds up into our realm. That's this yellow that you see here. It goes all the way down, this all here. All the way down in the south area. That trail goes all the way down. And the one that butts up to it, the desert, is in the divide below 12, the row 12. So 13 through, well, you'll find out. That's a big, huge desert of silt and sand and just badness overall. The army that you're fighting is from here, but no one knows how they invaded the realm. Because there was an army that came, and you can't cross that desert. No one knows how they got here. So that's the first kind of chunk of info for you. Good old-fashioned hex crawl, AW says. Kind of. It kind of is. Did you get it? Are we good?
Hey!
Woohoo! Get it. Yeah, next. She's talking mad shit right now. Something about her microphone's not her friend anymore. I don't know. Let me bring her back.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Oh,
Let me see if I can get you.
so
Oh, look.
frustrating.
So frustrating.
Set up. Yeah, it's all right. Hey,
Wait, you want to know what it
that's why we're
was?
doing-
It's not. It wasn't even wavelength.
what was it?
Like wavelength. Sorry. It was. I did not have my Discord in streamer mode.
Wait, what?
It's weird. I literally put it in streamer mode. Cut the double audio. Don't
Oh.
know why.
I mean, you just turn
Don't
Discord
ask.
off and use it on your phone if you need to.
Yeah.
You text me.
No, I was so confused by that because I was
Well-
just like, I was about to message you
No,
because
that's
I
okay.
have ideas, and then I was like, wait, why did it go away? And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
here we
everyone
are.
learns. Everyone learns. Hey, but this is why it's session 0. The gremlins
Yes.
come out to play. We ignore them. We continue what we're doing. So, did you hear the pony stats?
a
You
little
got a
bit.
pony.
I was
It's
doing
sevens.
both. We
your
got a pony.
Your pony has sevens
little
across the
pony.
board. Sevens across the board.
Sevens. All sevens.
All sevens.
If you add those up, it's a bigger number.
Nope. They just get sevens across the board. Yours has a guard of 2 because the Barbed Knight has special mounts for you. They're called barbed ponies. And they have an armor of 1.
Aww.
When we bring you in, we'll have you roll. You can roll your stats now if you want. You get 2d6 per stat for your squire. Straight down the line. You don't get to place them. Just roll them across. And I would just write them down because you're going to be playing. We're going to flashback. There's even flashback cards. We're going to play our squires more than once. So keep those stats separate.
And that's 3 times for.
Yep, 1 for each stat. Yep, you got it. From straight across. You got it.
What do you think?
And then here, I'll take us to, now that we have everybody here, someone's like, oh, Diana and them are sharing a frame. We used to do that during Norse Foundry back in the day, actually. We used to have them share a frame for a long time. And I don't know why. I stopped doing it because of my new setup. I needed them to have separate things. So, it is what it is. So let me grab our PDF and pull that up in here too. As I want us to be able to use that tonight
We're
as
not in
well.
different lanes anymore. We're next
After you do your 2d6 in each stat, roll me a d6 for your starting weapons. For your squire weapon. So just give me a d6 when you get a chance to do it.
Okay. 2.
A 2? Okay, you get a hefty axe as well. So a d8.
Ooh.
Axe, d8, hefty. You can only use one hefty item at a time. And then you get a dagger as well. All squires get a dagger because you got to clean and cut food and all that kind of shit.
Oh, we get a dagger too?
Everyone
And then
does.
you
It's
said
a
it's
d6.
1d8 for damage.
Yeah, your axe is a d8. That's a lot in this to
Nice.
start. And then a d6 dagger.
6. Okay.
Okay, pretty simple. Nothing crazy. It's not anything nuts. let me make sure that we have our PDF access here. PDF. Why are you not playing? Do you not like me? It doesn't like me today. Gotta work out the gremlins. Gremlins are so fun. There we go. So other than that, you guys have all your knight stats, or all your squire stats. Looking at the PDF, is anyone going to choose a knight, or are we all rolling?
Rolling.
Okay, we're all gonna roll. Okay, so no one's gonna do that. So we'll get to that in a sec. I just want to make sure we're all rolling. It's a separate thing since we're all rolling. Since you are playing a squire to start, you have a guard of 1. For those who didn't write that down yet, uno guard. It means you take a very light hit before it's going to your virtue, and you're just getting pounded on. All right, super simple. Super clean, nothing crazy. But we're going to start with our duel. Traveling with the Barbed Knight has been something else. She is a hard ass to boot. Anyone who was here during the live show knows she has never, ever, in all of her years, lost a duel. Not once. She has a spirit of 18. That means she has the feat. Every knight gets feats. Squires don't, because fuck you, you're a squire. Every knight gets feats, and these feats let you do special things. So they allow you to do smite. And I'll scroll in for the audience so they can see this as well. You don't have to write this down. They're on your character sheet, Diane.
Yeah. Okay.
They're in the lower left-hand side, if you're writing that down. So I'll pull this up for the audience to see it. So you have smite. You can use before rolling a melee attack. The attack gains a D12 or blast. Blast means it hits everybody in like an area. Or then you have to pass a vigor roll afterwards, or to make sure that you don't pass out and get exhausted. Fatigued, as they call it. Focus allows you to perform a gambit without having a die. So basically, in this game, you have to roll a 4 to 7 or an 8 to a 12, and you get a gambit. But you have to pass a clarity save, or you become fatigued. The last one is deny, which is what she is known for doing, which allows you to, after attack roll, so use after an attack roll against you or an ally within arm's reach, discard 1 attack die. So like if I roll 4 dice, I would throw 1 away. If I pass a spirit save, I basically parry that attack. All knights get all 3 of these. Any knight can do them. Again, squires suck, they can't do it. The way you make these saves are a D20 roll, and you have to roll equal to or under that stat. Also why squires don't have feats, because your stats probably suck. So that's how you do these different actions. Fatigue is bad. Fatigue means all of your dice become D4s.
Ew.
Which when we get into combat here, with the duel of you two, it'll make a lot more sense. So, you guys are on your way back. You've been on the road with her for 6 years and have not been knighted. She's taking you back to see a seer when you cross the border to get united. All 3 of you. That is what she wants to do. But before you cross and before you go through this sand area, you've been across the sand and you're coming back. You've learned that she knows the way through because she knows that there used to be an entire kingdom through one of the hexes and actual paved roads through here. Like stone cobbled roads. A kingdom went out and sent people to build roads. 4 hexes north, 4 hexes south. Sand covers them, but she knows that those areas aren't silt. That's why she's able to travel through here safely. That means that the 3 of you are probably some of the only people who know how to travel back and forth between the realms and not die. So that is just basic knowledge that you guys all have. On the way back, you set up camp. You've had some sandstorms over the days. It has not been great. She wants to have a slight test of your time out. And she's setting Ismay and Thomas for a duel. She does not have the other one duel today. And you've actually never seen her duel. Not once. She's never had to fight. Never raise a sword. Or axe in her case.
That's not fair. Like that.
If you could message me, Udahime, if you decided you want to be the queen's progeny or not, so no one knows, that's up to you. But if you want to message me that on Discord or text me, I don't care, either one, I will write that down. Don't put it in our chat, though, because they shouldn't know. And that's going to be the start of our secrets. It's going to get bad. For those who played in Dragonlance, you know how bad this gets. This is going to be worse.
Worse? Oh, gosh.
I promise, actually. So, with that said, oh yeah, okay, thank you. Okay. The duel is simple. She's put you on the edge of the sand. There is a terrain modifier involved in this. If you do not get at least one success to use to stop yourself from falling into the silt, you'll automatically fail. That means you need a 4 on your dice that you're going to use. She is instructing you from the sidelines, which means that you each get a D8. Anytime there is advantage or bonus or anything like that in this game, unless I say otherwise, it's going to be a die 8 that you're rolling with what you have. Your squires, you can try to fight with 2 weapons if you want. It's hard, but you can. You can fight with just your axe if you want. You can throw javelins from a distance. This area, I would say, is probably about 20 foot across. It's not huge. She draws a line in the sand, walks in a circle. She's a very imposing person. You've not seen kindness from her more than maybe once a year, and it's usually on your birthday. It is the only time she's actually kind. It's when she will usually cook a meal for you. She doesn't have you train for the day. None of those things. So you guys got your dice pools. That means you grab your dice. You have your D8 from her, for both of you, as she's instructing. You'd have your weapon die as well. You could use either your dagger, or you can use your axe, or you could try to use both if you want. Because you don't have two-handed weapons, you can fight with that extra weapon if you want to fight with it. This goes really simple. You're rolling to hit each other. You roll your dice, you're looking for 4s. Roll your pools, the 2 of you.
So we roll our 2.
Roll your 2 dice. Now, I will ask, while you're rolling this and getting it ready, what did you name your squire? Since you were gone when we did this. What's your squire's name?
Eleonora Evanwood.
We have 2 E's? Seriously? There's only fucking 3 of you and you both have E's?
Eleonora, like A.
A.
Eleonora.
I was like, God damn it, there's only 3 of you.
It just sounds like
How
E,
the fuck
but it's
do
not.
you guys do this every
So
time?
our team's name is called Eat or Tea. Hello. Oh my god, I hope one of us gets the tea night. That would be awesome.
All right, Eleanor, what's the last name?
Evanwood.
Okay. All right. Your knights are squires are all younger. I put the dates in there, the age frames. You'll also notice on the bottom of your character sheets, the very bottom, they also have age, 17 to 35. That's because when you hit 36, you change age. That is the rough time frame that you change age in this game. Then we re-roll stats, and you take the worst of the 2. That's what happens when you age out in this game.
Yeah.
All right? So you can choose your birth, whatever year you want to be. You don't even have to tell anyone right now. You have to be at least, I think it was 17 to be knighted. Mm-hmm. So by the time we get back, you should be 17 or older. And we're on our last month or season of coming back to the realm you guys are from. Okay? Of course. I just read your text. Damn it. You're a dick.
You're welcome.
No. You're just getting a nickname. So what did you guys get for your rolls? It's all in one. You need 4s or higher to even hit. The highest number you get is your damage number. So what you got?
I rolled a 4 and a 3.
Okay, so that's 4 points of damage. No gambit because you didn't get a 4. You have to have a 4 or higher to also do a gambit afterwards, which lets you add damage, disarm people, all that kind of stuff. What you get, Adam?
Got a 6 and an 8. Max.
So you 8 damage. What do you want to do with your 6? Do you want to boost your damage? Do you want to disarm her? Do you want to shove her? What are you looking to do?
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking because I've got the javelin, I'm chucking it. Yeah, definitely like aiming for the leg and trying to trip her. Can I do that?
So that's up to you. If you want to try to trip, you can absolutely try to do that.
Yeah. I want to do
if you look at the cheat sheets that are in the book, all the sheets for what you can do are on page 10 under Gambit. She gets a roll to try to stop it from happening if it's a maneuver. She can't really stop bonus damage, but if you're trying to impair her movement, so after an attack, you could like hit her, you could trip her, you could trap a weapon, you could knock her off a mount, or an other effect. So you're technically trying to impair either her weapon, or you're trying to stop a foe from moving.
Yes.
So that's a 4-up. So Diana, this is really easy. It's not hard, but we don't know your stats. So it could be an absolute shit show. Anytime a gambit happens to you, you get a vigor. You get a vigor roll. Vigor save. It's your stat.
I know, but I thought we all wrote the same exact stats for the squires.
No, you roll for each one. 2d6 for clarity, 2d6 for vigor, 2d6 for spirit.
Oh, I did. Sorry. I was staring at the wrong thing. Okay.
So for your vigor, you need to roll that or under on a d20 for him not to get the gambit to go off. Basically get a save.
20?
D20. And you have to equal it or under it to not have it go off.
Shit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's way over.
How bad would you say it is?
Well, Vigor's 5, I rolled a 15.
Would you like to use a patch for a reroll?
You told me I couldn't use patches, you shithead. I grabbed my Athantia patch and he's like, you're not allowed to
It
use
uses
patches
for
in this
every
game."
show. Every show it works. Would you like to
My
patch your...
Give me my patch.
Audience has patches too. Audience has patches too. I love that he told you no.
He told me no.
He must have got the memo. He must have got the memo, the cheat memo. Stardew, did you get your other ones? Let me know when you get them so I'm not worried the entire time sending shit to Canada.
So I'm gonna re-roll my.
You re-roll it.
That is
Worse?
Uber. No, it's a 6.
It's equal to or under. That's all you need.
No, my Vigor's a 5.
Oh, well then no, that doesn't count. Would you like to use a card?
Yeah, is there a +1?
There's yeah, there's a +1. You can use it to take it off then if you want. Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Okay.
So what does this look like? Are you throwing javelins? Are you stabbing her with them? Are you trying to trip her?
You said, yeah, well, we're 20 feet away.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got a javelin just attached to his back. He flips it in his hand, just grabs it, and just almost like side chucks it at her as it goes like right for her leg to like stick in the sand and knock her over.
Okay. Well, you get to parry this because it doesn't hit you, or you could dodge it. I don't know if you are more of a deft character, which would kind of bring us into what the stats are. If you did not read over how the stats work and what they each are, they're pretty simple here. The virtues are not hard. There's only 3 of them. Vigor is strong limbs, firm hands, powerful lungs. So it's like strength and constitution jammed together. Clarity is keen instinct, lucid mind, shrewd eyes. Everything's descriptive in this game. So this is like wisdom, perception, intelligence kind of wrapped together in parts. And spirit is charming tongue, iron will, fierce of heart. So your goal is to always kind of play to your strength in this game because a lot of your stats could suck in this game. So you kind of want to play to your strengths as much as you can, but there will be times where, especially feats, you have to roll under the specific actual like stat itself. So with the +1, you have to use Vigor to dodge this because it's about being quick and nimble and being able to fight is kind of what Vigor falls under. It's also why when you take guard damage, Vigor goes down because it gets harder and harder and harder to continue fighting.
There's nothing you add to what we rolled, like so the
0,
there's
nothing.
Okay.
The cards, Streamloot cards. That's the only thing to add to. That's it. So as squires, you die easy.
Yeah.
But we'll reroll stats when you get your knighthood, if you make it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you reroll stats. Yeah. So we use a +1. We'll use that one from Serving Hands. The way that the gifts work in this game, everyone's been playing gift cards during the show. You guys can't see them, but there's a shit ton of gifts. At the end of the show, I add them all up, and they add towards something for the players when we move seasons. Not game like show seasons, but in-game seasons. They're all going to add up to something. So those gift cards do serve purpose. They're not just for fun. I mean, fucking have fun with them, but they do something as well. So as you throw the spear, and are you dodging? Are you parrying it? What type of character are you? What is this squire?
Well, my squire has a really high spirit, so I would assume...
Parry?
Yeah, parry. I can see her taking the axe and like literally doing like hooking it onto the javelin and kind of parrying it way out of the way.
Tossing it away?
Yeah.
So all of this in the game, the way this works is rounds are pretty much simultaneous. You guys were fighting each other. If you would have rolled higher, you would have damaged him. If you would have had an extra die, you could have damaged him while he damaged you. There's no initiative turns in this, really. Everything goes together. And you can even gang up on people. The way that works is you pool your dice together, take the highest one, and then the other person picks their dice for what they want to do with their gambits, like bolster their damage, whatever. That's only if you're fighting one target. If you're split, your dice pool's your own against that person that you're fighting. Because I roll as well when you're fighting other knights, bandits, mythic monsters, storms. Yeah, you can fight a storm. That is a thing that can happen. So those dice pools definitely pile up, and as a knight you get more dice to play with. Also, if you can think of good ways to add things to your dice pools, you can do that. So the first round goes by, the barbed knight circles around, and she draws a smaller circle. She cuts you down to 15 feet. A normal, like a strong gambit, you could throw somebody out of the ring on this one and win the fight. A regular gambit, you can push them to the edge this turn. As she looks to the other person who's here, what does your character look like? Eleonora, what do you actually look like? Since we now have you and your shit works, what do you look like as this squire? Don't even have real good armor yet.
So Eleonora, she is kind of like off, like leaning against a tree, kind of just
in the
observing.
desert. There's no tree. Maybe a cactus.
No, did you say desert? I thought you said
Desert.
forest.
We're in a desert.
Well, whatever. If it's a rock, a boulder, whatever she can lean on.
Yeah.
Just to kind of be smug, because she hasn't had to apparently
Not once. Ever fought.
Do a duel.
Nope.
So she's just watching
Okay.
and enjoying the show. So she's wearing a kind of a it's not the nicest shirt. It's like a kind of a red shirt that basically looks like she's patched it up many a times. She's wearing kind of just like looser pants with her boots that now have, apparently because we're in the desert, it's probably super dusty. She has kind of black leather bracers. Her hair is pulled back, just kind of like almost like a messy bun, as she watches and tries to see who's going to win this particular duel.
So the same question I asked them, I'm going to ask Eleonora as well. Are you from the realm we're going back to, the original realm where most of our game is going to take place, or are you from the one where she is hunting down deserters? Across the desert, she knows this stone path through the silt desert to get to the other realm. And like I said, you three and her really know how to do this. So are you from the home realm or from the other realm?
Home realm.
Home realm, okay. Because you're from the home. So you are also native. So the only one picked up is Diana's character, is that correct? All right. So picked up. Okay, cool. With that, she looks to you and says, well, they're your companions. You're welcome to help them if you want. You just can't be in the fight. She says this loud enough for the other two to hear. So you can do anything you want. Remember, dice pools stack up in this game. So if you want, you can throw your die in. You could inspire somebody. You could call out how they normally fight. You could do anything you want to literally add to one of their dice pools. What would you like to do? Play to your current stats is what I would say.
All right. From what I see now,
He's trying to trip her with her
He's trying to
javelin.
trip.
Failed. She parried it. I'm assuming she... And the way also, for clarity for the game, it is move, then action. You can never action, then move. Because there is a gambit to take an additional move. So basically, if you want to move, attack, move, you have to spend a gambit to do that extra move. You
now,
can
could I hold what I want to do? Hold it until an opportune time.
Well, they have both getting ready to roll their dice again. So you have to give your die to one of them.
Okay,
or not doing it.
It's cinematic. Okay,
cinematically?
There's a certain reason.
Okay.
So she's just kind of like, and she just kind of circles around the circle. So she's circling around the circle. What I want to do is whenever Adam's character, what is your character's name again?
Thomas.
He picked an easy name.
Yes. When Thomas, I see what you did there. When Thomas goes to move, she wants to basically, like she's gonna, like while she's circling, she's gonna pick up some sand, and she's gonna actually, when he goes to move, dash it right into
throw it in his eyes.
Like,
yeah, there's absolutely no right or wrong as knights. Anyone who thinks your nobility doesn't involve it did not see some of the knights in this book.
Yeah, but it's gonna be. I want it to be sly, so it's one of those things where it just looks like she's just like.
Yeah, you're being slick. So, both of you, same situation. D8 to each of you. She's made the ring smaller. A strong gambit, you can knock somebody out. A regular gambit, you cannot. Now, I'm going to tell you how some of the cards work. Would you like to add a D4, a D6, or a D8 by expending a green, blue, or purple card?
For this to
they can expend, not for you, for them. You can each expend cards and just add dice to your dice pool. And you can do one of each color. If you're group fighting, you can only do one of each color as a group roll. But for each of you, you can add one of each color. Are you willing to gamble? There is a reward for this, by the way.
I'm good.
Not gonna. Wow, brave. Okay.
I will add one.
Do you want to add how many? A D4, D6, D8? You want all of them?
I'll do a D4.
A D4. All right. So we're going to use one of the green cards. All right. From that one is from, now looks like an old Nessie card from the old Dragonlance days. That will add a D4 to yours. So you guys roll your rolls. And then you're going to assist with sand in the eyes, right? So for you to do that and assist with sand in the eyes, I need you to make a stat roll for me.
Okay.
I need you to give me a clarity roll.
Clarity.
Equal or under?
I'll be throwing your own eyes because of the
Wait,
wind that comes
that's not
through.
the D20. That's a 2.
No, that's a D20.
That is D20.
Yeah, that was just your stat rolls. That's done.
Okay. Wait. Oh. Wait. No. If it's the same, it.
Equal or under?
Oh, okay. It's equal. It's equal.
Then you're good. You're successful.
Okay.
Who are you giving your die to? Who are you throwing sand at?
I'm throwing it at Thomas.
All right,
so
Thomas.
It's to help the axe sister.
You get another You get another D8 to your roll.
Oh.
Diana, add another D8. Yup.
Okay, hold on, I gotta write this down.
So it's just all your dice and a D8 for that roll. So just add one more D8. So we're looking for your highest die. So who's got the highest die between the two of you?
An 8.
You rolled an 8. What'd you get?
5.
Okay. So Diana, an 8's good. That means you can do 8 points of damage. Did you get another success that is 4 or higher?
I got a 6.
Okay. Did you get any more
No.
All right, so just the one. What would you like to do with the extra? Do you want to do extra damage? Do you want to try to shove him back one, getting him closer to the ring's edge? What are you looking to do?
Shove him back.
Shove him back. Okay, so if you're shoving him back, same thing, Adam. How many dice did you get for successes?
I got 2 successes.
2 successes, but you did not beat an 8. You got a 6.
Yes.
So you'll be taking 2 points of damage, and she's shoving you back. So don't take damage yet. First thing we're going to do is you're going to roll to see if you get shoved.
Right. Vigor roll, correct?
Vigor roll, yep. Equal to or under.
Meets or beats. That is a meets-up, baby.
All right, you don't get shoved back. So she comes charging in with her axe. She is going to do 2 points of damage blowing through your guard, which means you do get your armor, which is 1, I believe.
We do have an armor?
I don't know if you do. Do you? Nope, you don't. Somebody has armor here. I'm not going to say anything else. So no, you take 2 damage. It goes to your guard, and then it goes to your V stat.
Oh, guard first.
Yeah, guard basically is the thing that will recuperate as soon as you get a break and you're done fighting. You get your guard back. The other stuff takes time.
Okay.
So with that said, you don't get knocked back. She does blow through and nick you. The Barbed Knight walks, makes a smaller circle, putting you into like really close, like wrestling stance, like next to each other fighting. Any form of a movement will knock somebody out now. You don't need a true gambit. And in the middle, she throws a scabbard and a longsword in the middle of you two fighting. It says whoever wins keeps this. It was given to me when I was knighted. I am passing it on to one of you. Same rolls again. Wait. You can roll those. If you want to keep them, that's fine. Are you going to assist again and throw sand or do anything devious again? It's okay. Doesn't matter. You can look at him. Are you going to be devious again? Are you going to assist in any way?
This time I'm going to see how it plays out. Without
Okay. No assist.
interfering.
Do either one of you want to spend cards?
Yes.
How many would you like? Remember, it's D4, D6, D8. Order of rarity.
Give me a D4, please.
All right. We'll give you a D4. We're going to spend that. All right.
So it's just on
Just
top
another
of-
D4. Adam, are you adding any?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a D6.
A D6. Okay. So we're going to blow a supplies from serving hands, and then we will blow a old Dragonlance card as well. I'm just burning through all of our old DL cards too. We will use the lineage from the old Lineage Easttide card.
Oh.
Yeah.
East Side.
So add your
treasure.
D4, D6.
I get extra treasure. I want to use that card. I want
no,
treasure.
that doesn't work here. You're not digging in the sand. Who gets the higher roll?
My highest was a 6.
I also had a 6.
Okay, so that's the highest. Okay, do you each have a gambit, which is a 4 or higher?
No.
No, do you have a gambit for 4 or higher?
I did have a 4, yes.
Do you want to try to shove her, or do you want to do damage?
I want to shove.
Same
She's very
thing
close.
then. You're using your extra one. You parry, you hit. You can put your shoulder in it to push her. You have to give me your roll to resist again. Again, it's equal to or under using the V-staff.
You see Thomas, he like shoves the javelin like in the ground and kind of like spins around it, like trying to use that as leverage to knock her over.
Oh, good job, Donatello.
Right?
Yep, vigor.
Vigor.
Equal to or lower. I don't know what your vigor stat is.
No,
What
it's
dice
great.
are you using? Are you using like the hardest to read dice of all time?
They are the hardest. It's the new veneer from Norse. It's very
Wait, what?
hard.
Hold on here. Let me pull up to you. What was it?
Veneers dice from Norse.
Oh god, those are so fucking hard to read.
I know.
Why?
Because they're metal and I've never used them before and we're knights. Okay, look, I'll pick my
Those are
real
bad
dice.
ideas, everybody. Those are bad fucking ideas.
Where I was like looking at him like, what number is this? My eyesight.
So hard to read.
They're so hard to read. They're
So
like
my
these.
vigor-
These are the same way. These metal magic ones I have. They're
Oh, I love
really...
them. Yes,
Oh,
I have
yeah,
those ones.
those are so
Those
cool.
are pretty.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with that,
Okay.
did you make your roll?
No.
Do you want to patch it? There are 2 patches in the audience. You can use one if you would like.
Sure.
All right, re-roll it. It's from Star Drew. One patch down.
That is also no.
All right. So you shove her out of the ring into the sand. She lands on her back out of the circle. Diana, this is important. I need to know if you're landing in the silt or not, which means that it's kind of like quicksand. And it's one of those things that you definitely can die from this.
Okay.
I feel bad, but only for like 2 seconds. I unfortunately need you to give me either a clarity or a vigor roll. Vigor would be if you're physically stopping yourself from going in, holding your lungs, climbing out of the silt, or if you're using clarity to like grab onto the javelin when he knocks you out, something along those lines. You can choose your stat that you're better at. It's equal to or under.
Okay, clarity I'm better by 1, so let's see.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 2. I got a 2. Oh no, I have to be over or under?
Under.
I'm good.
Okay.
So I'm good. 2 out of my 6.
And you did which one? Vigor or clarity?
Clarity.
So what did you do? Keen instinct, lucid mind, shrewd eyes. How do you stop yourself from falling in the silt? I don't know if you know what silt is, but you can't walk on it. Like you're done. Like you fall into it, and however deep it is, how deep it is, it starts filling your lungs, and you fucking die. It's like sucking in flour.
I feel like if he was shoving me with his javelin and I fell backwards, I can see myself grabbing the javelin with my legs, like intertwining it, and then kind of like pulling myself, like using my core to pull myself out of the silt and holding my breath.
So out of the ring, but kind of sit up back into the ring again?
Yes.
And she goes, oh, good. I thought I was going to need a new squire. And she puts her hand out to help you up, seeing that you saved yourself. Not once has this woman ever saved any of you in any combat. As a matter of fact, we're going to go into the next question for your noble, for your idea of being a squire. The Barb Knight took one of you on as a squire after a tragedy. One of you. Who was it out of the three of you? Who did she take on after a tragedy? Okay, what was the tragedy?
Could it be how I was from the other realm and
Totally up to
she
you.
destroyed everyone except for me?
So the tragedy is she saved you?
Yeah. Killed everyone else around me?
I mean, I know how I'm going to do this. You're not going to like it. Ismay was saved, and did she kill everybody else in that village? Did she save you as the village was burning? Was there a different tragedy and she happened to be passing through? Was the tragedy her fault? Totally up to you. I have not written anything about the knight other than her nickname and that she is the Barbed Knight. You don't even know her real name. You just know she's the Barbed Knight. She's never told anyone.
I feel like maybe she killed everyone from where I was from and saw me as the last standing survivor.
Oh, okay.
And
Last survivor. So she reaches out to you, grabs your hand, pulls you in close. She goes, you owe me 2 now. That's twice.
Thank you.
She kicks the sword towards Thomas. Thomas, this is a very nice long sword. It is well maintained, and it does 2d6 damage. And yes, you use those, you roll them, and you add them together.
Ooh, goody.
When you roll 2d6 for them. Normally, you don't add things together in this game. This is just a sword that has a better average. Almost always allowing you to have a success. Almost always allowing you to have a gambit. One of those things. So I would recommend getting 2 dice that are the same color for that sword, so you know how they work. It's kind of how magical items work in this game. They're usually something that gives you a better average. What does your sword look like? It is a item of kind of myth and legend in an area.
Sure. Yeah, as she kind of kicks it over in the scabbard, he immediately just goes down onto one knee and he picks it up and he's just like, "Thank you, lady. Really appreciate it." He goes to pull it out. The hilt. I feel like the hilt has almost like a blue gem.
Okay.
In like the pommel of it.
Okay.
The pommel itself is almost like smooth black, almost like ebony wood. The cross hilts, simple cross hilt. I feel like the cross hilt would almost be like a very basic kind of bar, but it's almost like slightly twisted, just a little bit.
Like cast iron, like the old cast iron pieces. Okay.
Yeah.
So twisted cross hilt.
Yeah, and then the blade itself, long blade with a blood groove down the middle, and I feel like one side of it is it's kind of like I say it as almost like a basket hilt broadsword.
Okay.
Almost like one of those guys too. So
it's a long sword. So traditionally, long swords were one or two handed. So that's what we're looking at for this. All right. Okay. You can name that weapon whatever you want. We'll say that it was its name originally. It's etched in it in some ancient language. You don't have to tell us that right now, but you can come up with a name. It is a named weapon. Once during the course of a season in game, you can max roll that weapon. Once during the course of a season, so an actual season in game, you can take a 12 on it. Okay. And how many times have I handed magical items out in this? In any game we play?
Never.
I mean, outside of the treasure that we had to find from the
barely
card,
fucking ever did I hand out magical items. So with that, she says, well, start food. I'm going to scout. I will be back. Food should be prepared when I come back. And this is a normal routine you guys have had with her. She heads north, heading back towards the realm. She said she'll be back before nightfall. This was early morning. She lets you all set up camp. She always scouts ahead. Sometimes she'll take one of you with her. Out of the three of you, who does she always take?
Ooh, yeah. I was going to say.
Yeah, oh, you?
Eleanor.
Is it you? Okay.
Eleanor.
All right, so you always are the scout. Okay. With that, conversations are very private when you're out there. That means that you and her have a chance to actually be semi-cordial and semi-friendly. She is stern. She is really good at what she does. But I'm going to give you the next question. And nobody else gets this but you. And you get to answer it. And it's probably one of the worst questions in this one. At least I think so. Yeah. Yeah. So, the Barb Knight, when you were out on one of your scouting routines with her, burned an entire hamlet to the ground. And it was in your guys' realm when you were coming across. Burned the whole thing to the ground. They didn't explain. They didn't say anything. They walked in and torched it all. Did you stand by outside the hamlet, or did you help? Hamlets are smaller than a village, probably 50 people, maybe 70. Killed everyone. No one left.
Eleanor doesn't like to get her hands dirty.
So you watched?
Not necessary. Yes.
All right. Watched. Ever since that moment, she has stopped having private conversations with you. She realized who you are, what your character is, and she, while will not tell you how to be a knight, it is not her kind of companion or friend. So conversations with you are short. They're in front of the rest of the party. I'm sure these two suspect horrible things every time you guys go out. But you know she absolutely despises your way of being a noble. To be somebody of glory, because that's what you get in this game is glory. She didn't say anything about it. She walked by you on the way out of the village, covered in soot and black, dragging a bag with her with supplies for your group for the travels. And you guys, for like the next couple of weeks, ate the food that she took from that place. Never talked anything about it. If they even asked why she was covered in soot, she gave them the fucking eyes that she gives anytime someone asks her a question. They know it's an off-limits question. But you have not a thing on you when they come back. With that, I'm going to ask the rest of the group. That day that they came back, and she was covered in just black soot. And the other one was absolutely spotless. Did you say anything to her about it?
I feel like my character just assumed that she never fights, so, like, That's nothing new to me.
Okay. What about you, Thomas?
Yeah, I feel like Thomas would have kind of had like that puppy dog side. I think when it's like they come back and it's like, what? That doesn't seem right.
Do you ask?
I would have been like, milady, everything all right? Yeah, everything's okay.
You asking the Barb Knight, or are you asking Eleonora?
I was because Barb Knight always gives us the side eye. I was gonna ask Eleonora.
Okay.
I'm just like,
I was gonna give you a chance, but never mind.
No, is she all right? You seem okay. Is she okay? What happened?
I believe that's a question to ask her directly, not me.
Oh.
I can't speak for anyone else but myself, after all.
It's fine. I got compatriots. Fine, I'll go over and I'll ask her.
She's got water on a rag and she's wiping off her already like black spiked armor, and she's wiping the soot off of her and off of her face when you walk over.
Milady, could I help you with that?
I'm pretty capable of cleaning myself.
Sure.
Do I help you bathe?
No, I was just saying you're totally covered in soot, your armor, and that's what we're here for. I just wanted to offer my assistance. That's all.
Maintain the horses, or your ponies. I don't need anything. It's just another layer of memory.
Good memory or bad one?
When's the last time you were covered in soot and it was a good memory?
Well, ever actually being covered in soot, lady.
Neither is she.
Right. Well, I'm glad to see that you both came back just fine.
She's got wounds and scratches on her face. She usually wears, she has a cowl when she's hunting, so people don't recognize her other than her being the Barb Knight. She has a very distinguished attire, spikes all over her. She uses I believe, if memory serves, she has a whip. Let me look up her weapon for you.
I think you said whip before.
Yeah, I think she has a whip. Yes, she has a spiked whip. She has a spiked whip, a dagger, and a jagged spear. That's the other thing she has. It's a large jagged spear. And her mount, which we have not talked about yet, is kind of odd. It's like an oversized Komodo dragon. Slobbery. She tells you never to go near it.
Always keep our pony far away as well.
Oh, it would absolutely eat one of your ponies. Yeah, they are housed separately, in separate camps. It listens to her very well. It is a fearsome mount. Have any of you ever been bit by it? No?
No. She says stay away.
No? Okay.
No.
Okay, just making sure. None of you have been bit by it. There's a chance that you could have got a scar out of it. That's fine. So she goes out that night. She does come back. She says we're safe to travel. The next day, she took the dragon with her. You guys set up camp, cook, do all that stuff. No wilderness role required because she's basically scouting to make sure that her 3 squires are okay. That's actually what she's doing. Not once has your camp ever been invaded in all of the years you've been traveling with her. She also doesn't look like she ever sleeps. Black bags under her eyes, always exhausted. There are times when she's riding with you, because she rides behind you all, that you feel like she's sleeping while she's riding on her mount. But you're not sure how this woman stays awake and does what she does. Everything that night's fine. You camp, you rest, you eat. We're going to fast forward at the border between the two realms, getting ready to cross over. You have your new sword. She hasn't made anyone else duel. You guys have practiced and fought together, but not once has she ever directly taught lessons to you. It's never like how to be a knight. What's the noble thing to do? Not once with her have you ever seen a seer. She has went to see seers, but none of you have. When you're wounded, she brings back sacrament. She brings back potions or herbal remedies if any of you are ever hurt, but she never takes you to a seer. You get the impression that she doesn't like the seers overall. She listens to them, she does her job, but she is not a fan of them. Until today. was the first time that you guys ever saw a seer. And we're a few days out from where you would be getting knighted. On the side of the road, there is a tangle of snakes around like a fence post as you're getting into the Greenland area into your realm. And she's taking you off that beaten path. If we're looking at the map, like if you guys pull that up, I'll take it over so the audience can see it as well. You pop it up for them. Let me get rid of our PDF. On that map, we come in on this side. She's followed this bottom bar on that hex and taken you into the Greenlands here. See where I'm circling? Can you all three see it? Yeah, you got it right there. She takes you into there. You kind of ride along the edge, and as soon as you hit the grassland, there is a bunch of fences going into these lush green meadows. Bright sun with overcast, though. It's not too hot. You're getting ready to head into spring out of summer here coming up. All of you are of age to become a knight at this point after all the travel. So 17 or older. Your choice. How old you were when you became a knight. Whenever that comes out, it comes out if one of you looks older than the rest. Around the post, there is a knotted set of snakes. I mean like, I don't know, 2-3 dozens of them. I don't know if you've ever seen a snake knot before, but they are real things. They are fucking weird. And it's usually the tails of snakes that cannot untangle themselves. She sees it. She puts her hand up from the back and says, stop. And usually the three of you ride in front. She lets you lead. If you go the wrong way, she's like, no, how do you track? Like, she does that kind of stuff. This knot's probably the size of a beach ball. There is a weird feeling. All the hisses together make resemblance of language.
Here's token. Still hear that?
So I do hear something. Also,
I would prefer if we stay away from that. You are not ready to be knighted, and this is not the seer I would want to knight you.
That's a seer. What, does it take it it's dangerous then if you don't want to snipe for that one?
It's not that it's dangerous, it's just not who I would take you to have the three of you knighted. With that, she said we're going to set up camp a little ways from here because, sun's over, but there's no way you'd make it through this hex. She says there is a small cabin here. We can have actual rest for once, not in the sand. We will stay there. Do not approach it. Leave it be. And it keeps making out sentences or garbled pieces that you feel like it's speaking or saying something. If you would like to try to realize what it's saying, it's a roll. Yes. Otherwise, you can ignore it. On failure, 100%. On failure, you are taking 1d6 clarity damage.
I will do it.
Does anyone else do it?
Oh, I would listen to the knight.
Okay, so you listen to the knight. Thomas, do you listen to the knight?
Listening to the knight, yeah.
Listen to the knight as well. Okay.
Going to.
All right, so only you're going to go.
We haven't
up.
been on speaking terms lately.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, not at all. So you're going over?
Speaking to snakes.
Okay, so when you walk, are you going to wait until you set up camp and sneak out at night?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sneaking out, for sure.
Right. So, at night, when you go out, as always, the barbed knight had left. I'm assuming you leave when she leaves. Like, right after her. Are you telling the other two? Or are you going to sneak out when they're also sleeping?
Is it Esme? Would you say that I've noticed certain things as far as like the whispering between like what that interaction that you guys had, and there was like she said something to you and you kind of nodded, and it seems like you guys have some type of secret conversation on occasion because of your past.
You would notice that, yeah, because we're always in tight quarters. We're always together. I feel like you would know.
Okay.
I almost feel like you probably were there when they pulled me out, or they found me.
Okay. With that,
that's why I know you never get dirty, so I don't question you.
Yeah. With that, I believe that Eleonora would kind of carefully walk over to you wherever you were. Are you near like just a campfire or
a fire? Might be by a fire. Maybe just looking at my axe and just cleaning it and sharpening it.
Okay.
She just kind of kneels down a bit.
Hi.
Hi.
Everything all right?
It will be. But I need to ask you a favor. Remember when I assisted when you were attempting to duel that one over there?
Oh, yes. Do you need some help?
Not help, more like making sure that she doesn't find out what happens next.
Yes, your secret's safe with me. I mean, I'm a friend to her.
I just want to make sure that you can keep your mouth shut when necessary.
You have my word. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Thank you, love. And then she hits you like on the back, like kind of like one of those like hearty back slaps, and then starts like turns on her heel and starts walking.
Okay. Are you doing this while Thomas was sleeping?
Probably.
Yeah, more than likely she would have tried to, or if Thomas was distracted with something else, like shining
sure.
some armor or something. I don't know. Whatever Thomas does.
So you're gonna make your way back out to the mess of snakes. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. I unfortunately need the other two to take their earpieces off.
I figured.
But I just put my one.
You shouldn't have came back. I don't know what to say. I'll give you a thumbs up when it's ready. So I'm going to give you, when you show up to the fence, it is nighttime out. It is overcast. The moon is shining down. Standing, I should say, kneeling next to this knot of snakes. All the snakes are turned and looking at a knight in matte black armor. There is no shine from the moon. His cape is tattered. It covers his right shoulder as you're walking up towards that side. There is a great sword laying behind him against the fence. He has his gloves off, and he looks like he is trying to untie the snakes as you show him. They are speaking, and he is speaking back to them, but it's both in this choppy, hiss-like language. What do you do on approach?
May I lend a hand?
Ooh, how far away from him would you say in feet? Like how good of a distance are you going to have from him?
10 feet.
10 feet? Okay, so great sword striking range. Okay. All right, brave little toaster. When you approach, he does not say anything right away when you ask that. He looks down at the snake, and you see he's untied the tail of one. He's got a dagger out that's pretty sharp. It's probably the only glint of anything you can see as he's cutting the rattler off the end of the snake. He's like, I am here to seek out a little bit of remedy for a recent issue. Why are you here to speak to the seer as well? He stands up. He's got a full helm on. It's got the single V'd visor that comes out with a closed mask. There are dents and dings all over the left-hand side. His left arm is bandaged up from the shoulder down to the forearm. He's bled through it. He's in bad shape. He stands up slowly, but he does have to use the fence to help himself up. He's definitely a knight.
This is just a side note.
Ask away.
When the things were happening with our barbed knight, with that in that particular area, was this person a result of that situation? Or
no, she burned the village down.
No, I meant like maybe like where he was possibly one of the people.
This is hexes away. This is like, so if you look at the map on the right hand side in that map, it shows you distances. Each hex by foot or steed is a day, right? One hex on foot or steed basically. It takes a shift. Gallop, if the steed is not exhausted, you can do 2 hexes, but they lose vigor. If you have a road, also you can do that. So when you were in the sand, you guys were traveling by road, so you're doing 2 hexes a day, but she was taking a day to scout every time to make sure that you were all safe.
Understood.
So right now, this is the first time you've seen grasslands in fucking years.
In a while. Okay.
It's been 6 years.
Oh wow. Okay. 6 years. Okay.
I think you were in the other realm hunting things down, hunting down deserters. So have you seen him? No. Is he the cause of something? If so, you wouldn't know. Okay. She has never mentioned it.
Okay. And then just as long as I didn't recognize.
No, yeah, absolutely.
That was
Absolutely.
And is there exposed flesh for this individual who's injured?
Not a single part of him is exposed.
Okay, but
head to toe, full plate and leather.
But there's like dents and like it looks like
he's been through combat and it looked pretty recent. No roll required. It's not like normal D&D. Like asking questions in this game gets you answers.
Okay.
So it looks more like he's been through the fucking ringer.
You mentioned a remedy. What type of remedy are you referring to?
One that this can provide. You need an antitoxin, and that is what it is for.
Well,
is there something I can help you with? And he finally looks up and down. I am gonna roll to see if he recognizes who you are.
All right.
Because we are back in the realm. He kneels. Slowly, but takes a knee. I'm sorry, man.
Please.
I didn't realize.
No, that is not necessary. Please, rise.
He would slowly stand back up. Is there anyone around? That's a good question. Audience, I would like a D12 roll from you. On a 10 to 12, someone else is walking down the road. While they're rolling a D12 for us, he says, are you here to seek knowledge from the seer?
Well, I'm interested in the fact that someone would not want me to speak with the seer. I'm just curious as to why that is.
Who would not want you to speak to a seer? Are you knighted, ma'am?
Not yet. But soon.
As they're saying this, there is 3 men in armor from the kingdom, the realm that you're from, walking down the road this way. Is this your escort?
Wait, they're asking me this?
He's asking you if that's your escort. They're walking down the road. They rolled a 10 in chat. There are men-at-arms.
No!
There are men-at-arms walking this way. They're at a distance. It's at night. They can't see exactly who you are, but they are making this way.
No, absolutely not. Please, I'd rather not be seen.
Oh, I apologize. And he turns around. Puts his back to you.
Okay.
This is your chance to stay or go. And you still haven't spoke to the seer. Are you going to try to speak to the seer?
I think she's going to try to quickly reach within the tangled. The reaching within the tangled.
Okay.
To try to see if yes.
So seers are sought out by everybody. You are welcome to try to do this. It does take a roll. I'm gonna let you choose actually on this one. How do you want to go about it? What stat would you use and how are you doing it before I bring them back in?
I would say spirit. I'm indulging in a instant rush of just kind of adrenaline, and also my curiosity has gotten the best of me because I want an answer before I get out of there.
Right.
And so because of that, it's almost like that desperation of what are you saying? Would
you like an armor up card, which gives you a +1 to your armor in case things do go sideways? That means your armor, you would have one armor. That means you could soak a damage with it just in case shit goes wrong.
I probably need to. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, give me a d20 roll. You need to roll equal to or under.
Ooh, okay, under 4.
All right. I'm going to ask you a simple question. This is the seer that knighted the Barbed Knight.
Get out of here. Okay.
It is the serpent seer. There's a writhing pile of serpents in a knot, speaking as one, as a choir of hisses, or separate if they do not know how to speak to a seer. Immediately you get bit. Take 1 guard, 1 damage, but it bites your armor.
Okay.
A second one comes out and nicks your finger, reducing your guard. With it, you get visions immediately. You now can roll for your knight, or you can be a barbed knight.
Oh my gosh.
There can only be one of a knight.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'll let you think about that. I'm going to bring them back in.
Okay, yeah, please. Oh, man.
So, you would come back later that evening. Once you make your decision, text me. Thomas, you sleep through the night. Barb Knight shows up later that evening. I will say that Eleonora, I just need to know, do you come home before or after the Barb Knight? Your choice. I won't even make you roll. It's your choice. JD says, troublemaker Brianna.
I know, we saw that. We're like, oh.
She enlisted the help of Sex Audio 22, didn't she? Ain't it? Troublemaking.
Yep. Do you come home before or after the Barb Knight? Udahime. Which one do you come home before or after?
Before.
Before the Barb Knight. Okay, I need your answer then.
Yours off?
No. I just need your answer. Text it to me.
Oh, yes. Okay, I will. I was like, do I say it right now? Okay,
No.
all right.
So I was like, we could take our ears off.
No.
Not ears, but...
Take our ears off. Lend them your ears.
Which one do you want to do? Okay. You come home. You beat her home, which never happens. The Barb Knight always comes back before somebody else and always catches any of you anytime you've snuck out of the house, out of the camp. Anytime any of you have been squires going back to party at a hamlet and drink with everyone, doesn't matter. Always caught. Doesn't make it home. The next morning, she also doesn't make it home. What do you two want to do? A 3. You wake up. She's not here.
Where is she?
What, is her stuff still around? Her horse, her steed?
All of it's gone.
Everything's gone.
Everything's gone. Because she took it out when she went to stalk and make sure it's good that night. She usually is here before sunup. She's not here. You can look out the window, the ball of snakes that was there, earlier, like you can see it up over the hill, like a distance. It's probably like 3 or 4 acres from where you are. That's gone as well when the sun comes up.
Do you think she killed it?
I don't know. Eleanor, did you happen to see Pekka?
No, I mean, as you all know, usually, I did not actually even see her when I was out scouting, so it's very odd.
Well, that's right, you two aren't really on talking terms. You're in opposite directions.
She
Usually.
needs some breath of air.
Well, she's
Yeah,
outside, that's a lot of air.
So, okay.
I believe the sound of my voice even annoys her, so.
That is very true, yeah.
Oh.
So, do we wait for her? I mean, we'll have to. We can't just go.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
I
are
mean,
supposed to be in service to her, so.
So, that means we should probably go and find her, right? Do we even know what direction we have to continue going?
We should go find her, right? That always is what she wants you to do. Leave the campsite. The thing you guys get scolded for the most. Also sounds like what Thomas does all the time. Thomas, do you leave camp a lot?
Okay. I do.
All right. Fair.
No, we should
I'm
wait.
the one that gets caught.
We should wait. She's always asks us to wait, and frankly, I'm quite terrified of her.
Should be.
As you should be, yes.
I mean, granted, normally when I sneak out, I get caught, but she's not here right now.
It's nicer to you than probably two of us.
She's not here. Let's just go out.
I'm good. I will wait. I'm sure she'll be back.
Okay.
And There's been some mornings she's been late.
She's never once not been home before sunup. Unless she told you she wouldn't be. Like maybe she's like, I'm going to be gone for 2 days. Do not fucking leave here. Like that kind of thing. Never has she not been back.
I just plop myself down on the ground next to the fire.
Yeah, you guys have it's a hut. There's like a small cobblestone fireplace. There are 4 bunk beds. There's a stove on top that you can use. There's a boar head above, mounted from the boars that are known for running through these plains. They're a common source of food. What else? The floorboards are clean. Looks like any knight who visits this place keeps it well maintained. There's a overhang off the side of this little kind of hut cabin area to put your mounts with 2 walls and an open backside. There is hay that is in here. People must come from the land to make sure that the knights have food for their mounts that are here. Then there's usually some form of dried food or meats here if you're lucky to eat for the day. You guys got lucky. There was food actually here. She didn't say anything about it. She did say a prayer under her breath. She did not pray once during the 6 years. Well, let's say 5 years and whatever seasons before you left. She did not pray once when you guys were in the other realm. When she got back here, first day in this hut, prayed. Never has before. And no, you don't know to what, because this isn't like Catholicism is the religion in this set piece.
Did we hear the words of the prayer?
Nope, it was just a silent mumble, but it was definitely a prayer.
Unless she had a really big mission that we don't know about.
Oh, maybe this is a part of our training. We're getting close to the end, correct?
I would think so. I mean, you and I mean, it's been, 5-6 years since we finally came home and find you here as well, too. I mean, I guess we all continue training and prepare foods.
I say we go according to the usual schedule.
Okay, so let's talk about time in this game. Each day has 3 phases: morning, afternoon, night. Everything in the game. There's a lot of like good board game mechanics to this game to help with the hex crawl elements. So morning is sunrise to noon. Afternoon is noon to sunset. And night is sunset to sunrise. Usually you sleep the last one, but you should sleep at least one of those or you're probably going to be exhausted during your travels. We are currently leaving harvest season, going into spring. Spring begins in about 2 days. There are only 3 seasons in the setting. There is spring, harvest, and winter. So actually, we're going from spring to harvest, I should say. I think that would be right. Each one has 3 basically like breaks within it. Spring has 3, harvest has 3, winter has 3. For example, I take that back. We are going into spring. I looked up the rules. We are going into spring. That means we're going winter to spring. But we were in a desert. Wasn't that fucking cold. You guys got lucky. You got to snowbird and go somewhere else for 6 years. And now you're back. Beginning of spring it begins with the Feast of the Sun, a day of excess and revelry, to strengthen both people and land. That's basically like the beginning of the green season, as this is called. And then every life has 3 ages: young, mature, and old. That goes from people to seasons to everything. They've just kind of broken it down into 3 to make your life easier. Right now, it is morning, and we're maybe like a week out from spring. How many of the phases do you want to wait for her? How long? Day? One shift, like one phase? How long do you want to rest and wait for her?
It's been a couple of days.
She's only been gone one night.
Right? And
One
she
night.
is only one night, so you know.
She should have been back this morning.
Wait another 1 or 2 nights.
Well, of course.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Well, it's understandable.
Last time you guys got in trouble, you had to walk, even though you had ponies, for 3 weeks.
I don't want to do that.
Well, I
I'm
mean,
waiting.
but if you look at it, and our leg muscles are quite nice.
That's great.
Which is good. You can hop
But
up on
wasn't
a
there
horse with a pony on
blood
it,
in your
actually.
boots?
There's what in my boot?
Blood.
There was.
Yeah. Oh no, there definitely had been. Yeah, the feet got all cut up. I mean, these boots here, we had to take the other boots off of those other bodies we found because we just wore those down. Crazy. I mean, well, no, I agree. I don't want her to yell at me again. So we'll stay at least a day or two.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
see what happens.
So
Sure.
I'll tell you by nighttime, she doesn't come home. Wait till the next morning. You probably have about 4 days of food left. If we go back to look at the map here, we are currently where I put the torch. We're heading to this holding. This is where you left from your journey. This is where you're going back to. She says she's going to get you knighted here.
I'm not far, but I mean, we need.
If you
her in order
hoofed
for
it,
us
you
to-
could do it in a day and a half if you really hoofed it.
We'll see if she comes back tomorrow. Maybe give it a full another day or something.
The next morning, when you wake up, her mount is laying outside of the stable with her saddlebags on it. That's it, though. You don't see her anywhere. And it's morning.
Is there any blood on the horse or any?
It's a Komodo dragon,
Komodo
and the
dragon.
answer is yes. All around its face, it's always stained. It's you're always eating something. They're fucking horrible
All right,
monsters.
so no additional stain like on her saddle or anything. It's mostly
Does not
on this face
seem to be, no.
Be careful something in her satchel.
I'm not going to touch that one. Nope. I did that one time even when she asked me to get some salt for her and she nearly broke my damn fingers.
Oh, come on. Don't be so scared.
Oh, are you going to go up to it then?
Yeah, she's going to approach, but she's going to reach out to Thomas and be like, give me that thing. And then she's referring to the javelin or whatever he had for the fight.
Yes, 3 of them.
I'll pull one out and I'll flip it and I'll hand you the butt end of it. Just be
Thank
careful
you,
with that
thank
thing. She's always told us
Alright.
to really stay away from it.
Hence the stick, the long one. And then
But it's still big and it's a javelin. It's not the strongest, mate.
You watch this thing bite through a lance. It has ran through reinforced doors. It has climbed the side of castled walls. That javelin is only to make you feel safe and judge the distance from it.
that is literally what Eleanor is trying to do at this point. It's just approaching, but very slowly. So it's almost that kind of like having it not totally pointed in a sense that it would feel as threatened, but at the same time, it's still kind of the butt end is at her hip to be able to thrust at any given time.
Okay.
She's approaching slowly, but she's also too. You notice that she's trying to lock eyes with it directly.
Okay.
So she's trying to kind of like.
I'm going to ask where the other 2 are. So this is the hut, and the next door to it is the stable. It's got like a lean-to that it is not in. There's a dead boar that was not there before, but it's got huge bite marks out of it. Probably this thing's meal that it caught. Are you 2 staying in the hut? Are you watching from the door? What are you doing as Eleonora heads over and making eye contact with her mount, which you also do not know the name of?
I was just about to ask if we knew the name of that thing. No, Thomas would grab another javelin, and he'd stay maybe about 10 feet behind Eleonora, just in case.
Okay.
I think I'd be trying to grab. Oh, never mind. This boar is probably hundreds of pounds, correct?
The boar is about up to the shoulder, and half of it has been eaten, bones and all.
Oh.
Okay, then I'll grab the other half and.
You're gonna have to walk by it to get into the stable.
Oh, it's in the stable.
It's the stable. Like if this is the door in the stable, it's laying in front of the opening to the stable. The stable has the shared hut wall, the wall on the back, one here, and then the open area where you bring in the mounts, and it is laying outside in front of it, basking in the sun, like a lizard would. And it is the length of that stable, easily.
Okay, never mind. I'm probably by the doorway of the hut.
Okay,
like,
doorway of the hut for you.
watching.
Thomas?
Like I said, I'm gonna be about 10 feet behind her.
So within reach.
I mean, she's gonna be closer in reach
So
than I will.
this is trip your friend, run away territory?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
That's fair. That
Excellent.
seems fair.
That's a great plan.
She wanted to go up to it. I'm not getting.
Yeah, no,
close.
that's fair. I'm.
So when you make eye contact with it, walk up, it turns and looks at you and puts its head back down. Laying down. Doesn't get up. No wounds on it. Doesn't seem hurt at all.
Eleanor's gonna kind of still getting closer to approach, within obviously like to try to see if that closing that distance to try to get kind of where the satchels and where you could see whether or not there was any blood stains or anything left behind, any traces of the
Not a
Bob Knight.
speck of blood other than around the face of the Komodo.
She's going to try to reach out to touch the mount.
When you reach out, the tongue shoots out. It licks its face, but it does not do anything when you touch it. It's probably the first time you touch scale and not had it snap at you.
With that, she's just going to kind of like, pet baby dragon, not so baby dragon.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. Saddle's still intact. There are 2 saddlebags on it, one on each side. They're fairly large. I mean, like a saddlebag would be.
Just a thought. Do you think maybe it's morning and maybe the Bob Knight passed away?
It's not going after her at all.
No.
It lets her touch it.
I wonder something horrible happened. It's finding comfort in the warmth of your hand.
Yes, it does appear to be comforted in this moment. But I don't see any traces of her.
Can you see if you can grab the satchels and see if there's any?
Let's see.
Anything?
How heavy is it? Do I need help?
To what? Open the saddlebag?
Oh no, to try to remove them.
They're attached to the saddle. Like this thing climbs. There's no way they're not attached to the saddle. You'd have to open it on it or take the whole saddle off, which means you need to make it stand up, unbuckle the bottom of it like you would a horse.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
no, you're
then
welcome
going
to do
into-
that. There's no time limit in this game.
No, like probably just then going into it, especially
Okay.
because Esme mentioned trying.
Are you going to go through the one closest to you, the one obviously not facing the door? Okay, when you open it
still
up,
kind of like one hand.
there
held
is-
in the other hand.
there is a wrapped there's a wrapped scroll case. It has the Barbed Knight's heraldry symbol on it, on like the leather holder. Let's see here. I'm sending you something because I don't know if you want people to see this.
Secret.
Make brash decisions.
we gotta go talk to Snake Knots, Diana.
Hey, I had to make up for lost time because of my mic issue. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Woo!
That's fair. Totally fair.
That's funny. They'll be dapped.
We had a duel. You talked to snakes.
Yeah.
Come, we know.
Hold on here. Hold on here. I gotta make sure I have this right. If I don't have this right, it will not play the way that it should.
Okay.
Let me see if I can put this here. Yeah, right. All the secrets. Audience knows that secrets are. And this is character creation. This isn't even the fucking game yet.
This is wild.
Yeah.
Hold on here. Hold on here. Where do I put this at? I sent it to somebody earlier, and I want to make sure that I don't fuck it up. Here we go. This will make more sense in a minute for you. I was not expecting this. This is 100% Brianna's fault.
Oh. Wow.
Well, she died, and the world's coming to an end. Dang it, Brianna.
No, I would just say 0 hit points, roll again.
Like, all three of you are dead? Sorry.
Here you go.
Brianna becomes the Barb Knight.
I'm assuming you look at it, obviously. Like, the whole point's looking through the pack.
Yep.
I can play that game too.
Why are they playing games? Why are they here?
I can play that game too. All right. How do you want to handle? What do you do with that? And is there any reaction? I mean,
Yep.
is there any reaction to it? Is she good at holding her shit together?
I could always roll for it.
You don't have to roll.
Me to.
This is your choice.
If you need me to, I would say she is good at, like, in certain times where she wants to keep things close to the chest.
Right.
She's not going to show any type of
Sure.
feeling.
The helm is in there that she wears. Her armor's in there, and laying on the opposite side when you look over is the woman's spear, and the whip is attached to the saddle on the other side. Everything of hers is on it. Or you can open the other saddlebag.
Yes.
Okay, this I do need a roll from.
Okay.
You climb around the other side, you two would see the Komodo does not do anything. She walks around it, it doesn't move, it moves its tail out of the way.
Oh, I think it might be injured, or maybe she died. She must have passed away. Just keep petting it, comfort the animal.
They're
Okay.
large.
Now this one I need a roll for. There you go.
Large thing.
There's your new info.
Okay. Oh.
What'd you find in that first page?
Yeah.
I think
I'm gonna need a roll for that one.
This is for sure. You would see where it's like almost like a frigid, like her back kind of like changes as far as like where she was hunched over. It's kind of like a sudden snap. And you might, if you see for a second, her eyes go large, and then she tries to change expression really fast. But you more than likely at least saw.
If you're trying to keep it together, I need a roll. That's a really that would be really hard.
No, I definitely think that I would need to. Oh no, yeah, no.
So here, let's
be opposed
oh no, this is versus herself. I would say probably spirit. Charming tongue, iron will, fierce of heart.
Fierce of heart.
Do you want to spend a patch from the audience to re-roll? Are you trying to keep it together? There's a second one that's out there that was offered earlier. Totally up to you. This is you being able to play the dice to your whim. Or if you want to lean in, you can lean in. It's all story. Oh, she also didn't get to play Blades in the Dark with me. She has no idea what she's in for.
Yeah.
No, I don't. So, I want to lean in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you break down or do you keep it together? Is there just that little bit and that's it? How bad did you fail? That's probably a better question. How bad did you fail?
Not horribly.
Okay.
It was by 4.
That's not bad.
I was over by 4. So
that's fine. So a little bit of it you see, so they would notice it. What would you say it would look like? Like uncomfortableness or like prim and proper or like falling back into habit? Like what is the look? Because you said your body language changed.
Yes, I would say for sure it's almost like a state of like where again her body, she was bending over and looking through, but all of a sudden when she opens this one, it's like a snap, but it's like almost like she's in another place, like she's frozen. She's frozen.
So the saddlebag's open still then?
Yes.
Okay. Would the other two of you like to do anything in this scene? As she has climbed around, the dragon has done nothing.
So
you can blame Katie for this, or serving hands for this being a Komodo dragon, by the way. This is her fault. I was going to make it a leech for the barbed knight. And she said, what about a Komodo dragon? And everyone said, yes, so it's a Komodo dragon.
I prefer that.
Yeah, I would prefer to leech. Yeah.
If we...
I was going to say, if you're still standing over there frozen, like
I will say that the letter, she would have hidden the letter. Like,
just to leave it in the saddlebag?
She would have, she probably would have tried to.
So you're holding the scroll case, you put it back in or holding it?
Yeah, holding it. Yeah, so she would be holding on to that. But basically, yeah, like she opened the bag. She's kind of frozen in place. But like, if you guys move at any point, that's when she probably.
I would like see you freeze it and react like that. Thomas would start like slowly making his way over because he wasn't that far from you. Just like what happened? What's inside of it? And yeah, he'd like come up almost over your shoulder.
I would come closer if I saw the animals calming down and
well, if you guys come over, it snaps at both of you immediately.
Oh.
Okay.
If you want to try to pass them out, it's a roll to try to get by them out.
It's okay, I'll wait here. But is everything okay? You seem to like shudder.
What's in that one? What's wrong?
You're not talking either.
Is this music suiting enough for your state of being? I feel like this is a good setting piece.
Yeah. I don't believe she'll be returning. Ever.
Ever? Well,
She did.
Is she in her ashes or what's in there?
What you see?
Come on, Eleanor, you know it's the three of us are left here. You have to say something.
She's no longer with us. That's all you need to know. We have to go forward. That's what she wants us to do.
Did you find anything else in the sash on the other side?
Her belongings. All of her things. There's blood.
Is there anything of importance that we could use on our trip?
Was there anything besides the armor and her whip and...
Yes, there would be one bundle of sacrament, which is used for replenishing stats, some of the stats, because the way you replenish stats in this game, you need sacrament. It's more of it's like a tea ceremony, but whatever it is you want to make it be. It's used to help get certain stats back in the game. There are different kinds of bundles that can be carried. A person and a mount can each carry a bundle, but you can never carry more than one. They take too much space. They're like a fucking tea box that's kind of put on the saddle. So there is a sacrament tied below. You've never seen her use this. You have no idea what the fuck it is. You just know that she says, if anything goes wrong, I do have supplies. I mean, like if one of you got injured really bad, something along those lines.
So we have those things.
Yep. Rations is always assumed that you always have food in this game and water, unless story dictates otherwise.
And then I wouldn't know I wouldn't know what we would
You'd
know
have to open
sacraments.
it. Do you want to open it? I mean, it doesn't ruin it. Sacraments and remedies. So basically, a remedy is consumed, an action or a season can be passed to help restore virtues. Basically, virtues are stats in this game. Those are your statistics. Specifically, spirit is brought back with sacrament. So when you lose spirit pool, you use sacrament to get it back, or indulging in your passion once you're a knight. As squires is assumed just going out and being a pain in the ass is how you recover that stuff. But otherwise, you have to find whatever your passion is for your knighthood. Or sacrament. Do you want to open it?
Actually, if Thomas had moved closer, kind of just without, kind of still looking like she's dazed and kind of in a different plane, like she's present but not present. Mm-hmm. She's kind of going to just kind of shove it over
the sacrament. You're going to unstrap it and hand it to him. So it's a bundle
Yes.
Brianna, unfortunately, this would be from, I'm assuming, probably like a tea set of some form. You know what it is. So it is, if you unwrap it, it is delicately wrapped teacups, a teapot, tea, coffee. There are some biscuits that are in there that have the royal symbol on them, basically from the realm. They must have been gifted to the Barbed Knight at some point. But yeah, you've seen it before. It's the mark of heraldry. It's the heraldry for the queen and the king, except for the king is dead now. But you guys all know the king is deceased. That's not new knowledge. That's something that is known because of the war and the regicide. He was killed.
Oh, Esme, there's some rations here, if you don't mind helping.
Yes, can you throw it? I can't go by that animal.
Oh, yes, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Well, carry the rations.
Yeah, so you just put them with your packs. It just assumes you have rations with you.
And we've never seen her use this before?
Not once. If you roll it out, it is a fine noble's tea set. Like, I'm talking like only the head of holdings or maybe really rich individuals, like vassals that own immense amount of land, may have them. They're probably used as either tea or wine ceremonies between nobles for their version of dueling, basically, but verbal disputes. It is highly valuable. It has the queen's symbol and the king's symbol on the fucking tea set.
If it was a gift of this great importance, perhaps.
I mean, she was sent out to hunt deserters by the queen.
I mean, once we get back, we'll have to possibly show it to the queen and just tell them what happened.
Well, that's a different story. Looking at the map, we're looking at the map. We left from here.
Yes, correct.
The queen and king live here.
Oh, that's right. The northwest is there.
For the audience, so you know, every single piece of these is art from a movie that has a knight in it, or anime, or TV series. That's what every single piece of land is based on. But we are here, and you were supposed to be going somewhere around here, within these hexes, to get knighted.
Well, right, so the queen's far away. We have a duty. I mean, we're supposed to be knights. I mean, if you're saying she's not coming back and not showing us what's happening inside this actuals, I mean, perhaps maybe that's a good thing that we don't know. But perhaps what we have to do is get our stuff together and then just start heading out to later today or tomorrow and start moving.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen a knight without their armor and their weapon?
No.
But I mean, do you know if she's dead or is it just that she's gone?
Good question. Unfortunately, Komodo dragons don't talk.
But someone else can talk.
All I know is...
No, snakes did.
Well, we've been with her for so long. We know for a fact that she is never... When have you ever seen her without her weapon and her armament?
Not once.
I mean, she on
bathing, even bathing, she takes a dagger with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, something horrible must have happened.
Mm-hmm. Good chance. Good chance. So this is morning of day 2 of being back in the realm. You're about 3 days to a week away from the beginning of the new season. What are the 3 squires going to do?
Get knighted.
We don't have our knight with us. Can that even be a thing?
Well, you left from this. You left from this hold.
It's true. Yeah.
They knew you were leaving. It was 6 years ago. You better hope the same guy's in power.
Oh, that's right. I honestly feel like that's the best that we can do. I mean, we're somewhat close.
Are you going to dig through the saddlebags more? Brianna, is Eleonora going to dig through the bags more?
Are there more bags that?
There's the
haven't been
other
opened?
side. There's more stuff in them. I mean, there's like books and journals and things that she took for notes. There's stuff like that in there as well. I just assume you weren't sitting down to look at them. But I mean, that's on the other side. They wouldn't be in the bag that you just looked in. It would be in the original bag.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if there's more,
Sure.
if there are more things.
Okay. There's
definitely,
two
yeah.
books. There's a small journal and a larger book. The larger book is wrapped in chain around like a metal binding, like basically really sturdy to make sure it doesn't get damaged. And the other one's a small travel leather journal, which you all have seen her use. She takes notes in it.
That's her journal. What's it say about the three of us inside there?
Let's find out.
Plenty of time to look too.
Are you guys going to take it would take a phase. If you want to sit and look through her stuff through the afternoon into night inside the cabin,
Yeah,
you're
let's
welcome
do
to
it.
do so.
Yeah.
All right, no rolls are required. One, none of you are ever mentioned.
Oh, I'm not one.
Not a single time in that little journal. Not once.
6 years that she was with us.
She marked the trail and how to get back and forth between here and the other realm. She has marked some things throughout. Some of the maps and stuff that she's drawn are like a little damaged. She's went back through and sketched over when things have happened. But what I can tell you is there is the hold here, and this hex here. There is a mark that as she has explained, is the mark of a seer. If you ever see it anywhere, that means there's a seer somewhere within the area. For knowledge of how a hex works, on top of a hill, you can see a general idea of what is in the hex. Like, you just know, like, there's mountains over there, there's a field there, there's a city over there in a hex. If you get, like, into a tower or a look post, you can see the surrounding hexes and that same kind of generality, right? She's mapped out some things, but on there is a seer, and it is the only time your three names are mentioned.
Not seer.
Maybe we should go to the seer for some answers.
That is what they do. There is a rule in here that she has drilled into your head time and time and time again. It's the same one, no matter what. She says you seek out the myths of the land, you honor the seers no matter the cost, and you protect the realm with your very life. That is the three, like, oath-bound rules of a knight. It's in the book. It's in the actual TTRPG. That is the entire makeup of the game. So anytime you question what you should do, because it happens as players, like, you don't know what the fuck to do, that's the answer. Seek a myth, go find a seer and honor a seer what they want, or protect the realm. So if you're ever in question, that's your code. That's my first advice of being a knight in Mythic Bastionlands.
I mean, that's the way that we get knighted anyways, is by a seer.
None of those, not a single one of those say, go to the holding. You could go to the holding if you think that that would protect the realm. It makes sense. If you want to go find out about myths, asking people, vassals, those of the land, they can tell you if there is a myth and a hex around or if an omen has been seen. But right now, you motherfuckers aren't even knights.
Well, as she says, what's the first thing? Seek the myths, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But any order. But those are the three things.
I mean, and then if it's saying too, I mean, as a knight herself, she would have to honor whatever a seer would have told her. And if she's saying that we don't go back to the hold, perhaps maybe the seer was saying you have to come back to me, and this is what is it exactly? Does it say about us and this?
It's a drawing of a statue that is sketched in like a red wax, almost like a crayon around it. It's survived any water damage. A lot of this book has been waterlogged. There are your three names. It says this seer, which now I need the audience to roll me a d6 and a d12 to determine what seer this is.
Ooh.
So while because I pre-wrote none of this stuff, because they tell you to write all the hexes out. I know I don't need to do that. So I'll let the audience roll a d6 and a d12, and I'll let you know what seer is there. But that says that she was going to take you to that seer. And the path that she had drawn was not to the hold. It was to the seer before the hold.
So, okay, so we should go
Alright.
to the seer first.
No, I agree. 2 and an 11. Honor the seers. That's the pathway. If that's all we're mentioned for, we have to follow the code.
Maybe we can get some answers through the seer as well.
Good.
I mean, some of them
Possibly.
see
A 2 and a 5 is what we got. All right.
in the past.
So let's go over to our all of us. Bats, take us home. All right.
Oh,
and
I
I'm going
think- I
to
think
pull.
it was 2 and 11 first. The 11 popped up first.
Okay. So, well, it doesn't matter. It's a D6 and a D12 for the table.
Oh.
And let me pull up our PDF. Well, actually, you know what? I actually don't want them to know what it is. I will just. That would be ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to let you know what it is.
Oh.
I will tell you the name, but I don't want you to know like what night it's from. No. I'm going to tell you what it says, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. So it was a 2 and a 5. Let me put that on screen. 2 and a 5.
2 and a 5 or 2 and 11?
Oh, is it 2 and 11? 2 and 11.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you, Sergeant.
Yeah.
2 and 11. 2 and 11. All right. 2 and 11. Let me pull this up. 2 and 11. Okay.
What?
Okay. 2 and 11. Not what I was expecting. It says the feasting seer.
Oh no.
Uh,
Sounds great. Oh.
The notes
Cool.
say the notes says bring an abundance of food. 2 boars should do.
4.
We have a half a boar.
Well, I don't know if I
When
can
you
get
look over,
more.
it's already eating the other half of the boar.
Oh,
All right, we have no other half the boar. Right.
Now there is a bunch of food here that was delivered, and I rolled in advance. There were 4 days of food at this cabin, and you've stayed for 1. If you don't want to hunt, you could pack this food up and bring it with you.
oh.
If you guys would have said we stayed 3 days, I'd be like, you're fucked. You're gonna have to hunt.
No. We would probably leave immediately.
No,
knowing she's
leave the
dead.
next day if we
Yeah.
know that she's gone.
Yeah.
You can leave at night if you want. That's up to you.
Sure. Okay. And
Up to you guys. It is afternoon right now.
oh, we could travel down.
You could travel 2. I would say 2 whole phases, right? Oh no, you spend a phase looking through her shit. So I guess that would be morning because you woke up. You look through her shit in morning, so you would have 2 phases you could travel. But that means you're going to be needing to sleep that following morning, or you could travel 1 phase.
As we're looking through her stuff, what stuff do we see that she didn't let us see before?
Well, I'm assuming she's getting stuff out of the bag and handing it to you. So unless you're willing to go to the bag and get things out, she's the
No,
one
if-
handing it to you.
If the thing's snapping.
Oh,
fine.
it has every time you've walked within snapping distance. It's a warning. You know it's warning, but if you got close, it would bite you without question.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
Nope. I'm staying.
Yep.
And just
So
waiting
all
for
the
things to
all
be
of the
tossed.
things like kind of like emptying it out.
Okay. So it's her helm, her armor, her whip, her barbed spear. What else is there here? What else would she have?
I feel like
A
as you're handing
dagger,
handing that stuff.
the
over,
2 journals.
Thomas would also be like bringing it back into the place, and then he'd probably sit down and start wiping down the armor.
There is a book in an odd language that none of you know. And that one is the metal book. It's in a weird language. It has small puncture holes all over it, like someone was doing like trying to rivet leather to metal, but never finished the job. It's just the metal cover around it. That's just on first look. That's pretty much everything. The male is red and cloaked. Torches, rope, dry rations, camping gear. That's everything. I will remind you the Komodo dragon is considered a vicious charger. That is the style of mount that it is.
Ooh, that sounds bad. Should granted, in case we come across anyone or anything, should maybe one of the 2 of you don it for now? pretend to be the Barbed Knight.
Oh, actually, every now and again you come up with a good idea. I don't like where your head's at, Thomas.
I mean, just in case. I mean,
Thomas, it is definitely too small for you.
Oh no, of course. Even though I'm tinier.
Well,
I thought you were large. Are you tiny?
I'm like 5'7". I'm like.
She was 5. I have it written down. She's 5'4".
All right.
Well, seeing as I don't think either of you can actually ride. Or
it's true.
Touch
are you gonna try to mount it?
Why not? Let's see what happens.
Eleanor, before you do that, I have an idea. What if you put on the Barbed Knight's armor?
Right.
And perhaps the smell of the armor will calm the creature down in order for you to try to mount it.
Oh, very smart.
It will resemble her.
Yes.
I don't know.
No, there's no bad ideas. There's only risk assessment.
Well, one moment. And she's gonna go into the one bag that she mentioned. There was
the second
blood.
bag or the first bag? Second bag. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That there was blood.
Yep.
And basically, where she'll like kind of just reach her hand without really.
When you walk
near
it, it doesn't seem to care that you're there.
Yeah. She basically takes the a little bit of the blood that's in there.
Sure.
And she basically marks herself.
Okay.
Like kind of just like slightly to kind of like
No, I'm with you. I get it. You get a fair
but you see where
up.
she's like, yeah, you got. But you. See
I wish I had my
like,
ability to clip right now. I wish I had a chance to have that shit set up.
And then she's just, you see where she's, because she never gets her hands dirty. So this is
right. So hard for you.
So
You're
this
doing
is very.
great.
Oh
man, you're doing so fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
If only I felt proud of myself in this moment. And then she's gonna go over to where Thomas and Esme are with the armor. And putting it on.
So usually, squires are known to assist with armor. So there's no roll required for this. If you're helping her don the armor, it fits her down to the buckle.
Oh, that's a perfect match.
That's
like to the buckle. There's even fresh marks on it from leather being trimmed and new holes.
Eleanor, was this planned? You're not sharing something with us?
Whatever do you mean?
Or maybe she didn't know, and maybe the knight did it herself.
And maybe it was meant to be hers.
I would say over travel, she has patched your clothes, which is usually she's teaching you how to like fix armor and patch your own.
Passing on the mantle.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's a kind thought.
Oh no, but of course, as we're helping you with armor and everything, Thomas is just kind of, I know we like this idea and everything, but
I mean, think about it. She could again. She
True.
Practically hated my guts. Let's get real here.
Maybe she secretly didn't. Sometimes those who don't like us actually do like us.
I find that very hard to believe, Esme. But you are an optimist, so.
Well, there you are. Now, I do have to say now, even though you've never dueled with us in 5 or 6 years, you look great in this knight uniform. You look great in the armor.
Yeah, great.
Thank you. I feel quite comfy in it. I feel very.
That's good.
It feels right.
Well,
here's the next step. Scene. Did we ever get a name for this?
Not a goddamn time.
We did not.
Not even in the journals. It's not even in the journals.
Here's.
It was referred to as the. What's the actual title here? Hold on. It is referred to as the Baxteri Noble Scale. That is the only way you've heard it referenced.
Baxteri Noble Scale?
Yep.
Well, maybe we should call it Baxter.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Baxter.
Writing that down. Baxter. Okay.
Well, let's see if it responds well to the name.
Are you walking up?
Yep.
Boy, you are a brave little toaster. So as you walk up, it looks at you in the armor. The tongue comes out once. It is long enough, I would say about 2.5 foot, to wrap around you enough to like lick the blood off your hand and go up your arm and tug. But it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't bite. It doesn't do anything. It puts its head down and lays prone, like down enough for you to climb on.
Here goes nothing. It swings the legs around to get up on top of this thing after climbing, because obviously on the shorter side. So.
Okay, check your phone.
Okay.
There you go. Just want to make it worse. Do you hold it together?
No.
Are you wearing her mask and helm or just the armor?
I don't believe she put on the full mask.
So just the helm, just the armor, the red cloaked armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do they see then?
There's a moment where once she's on, basically up on, like she finally gets in place, she pauses, almost like before, but you all of a sudden see, which you have not seen from Eleonora before, you see it looks like there's tears coming down one side, and you're like, am I seeing things? But there's definitely something leaking. Something.
Okay.
Is her death really getting to you, Eleonora?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
I traveling with others for a period of time, especially someone who is helping you to achieve one of your goals in life. I mean, it's hard not to feel something.
It stands up as she's talking. This thing puts her about 14 feet. Like her head's about 14 foot off the ground. It's like riding a horse.
Going to back up slowly.
And then it kind of crouches back down into its normal stance because they are low to the ground. And it walks up to the two of you.
Okay.
Oh, Baxter. Baxter.
And it leans back down for you two to get on. Like it takes the mount position. Like, like a horse has learned to get on its knees for someone to climb up who doesn't know how to do it. That's exactly what it is doing right now.
What about our pony?
There are ponies, but that's just what it does.
I mean, do we leave them here, or should we bring them with us and they can tag along back? No, we should bring them.
There's rope, right? There was rope.
There was.
Is one of you going to ride the pony and drag the other two along, like, trail them? And if so, is one of you also going to ride on the dragon with her? Or are you leaving her alone and you're only riding your ponies?
Do you want to ride with her? I can bring up the rear with the ponies.
How nice of you. Oh, don't worry, you can climb onto the scary fucking monster. I got the ponies, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll climb up.
It lets you get up. The saddle's made for one, so you're riding on scale. The blanket kind of comes out where she would tie up a lot of her stuff. Is everyone gathering their stuff and breaking camp then? Is that what we're doing? All right.
Yeah.
Are you going to ride? So go back to the map here. Are you going to ride the days necessary to get there? Right here is where they're saying that seer is. Or are you going to go to the holding? And if you look to the right, it tells you your times. So if we go like this and back up here, you can see 1 hex on foot or steed. You can do 1 hex on a trek. A trek takes a shift of travel, a phase of travel. So you guys can see the map. You're the torch. You guys can move the torch. It's not locked. You guys can use it and move it if we need to. If you hold Alt, it allows you to move it so it doesn't lock on. Actually, here, I'm going to turn the lock off here. We're gonna get rid of the snapping. There we go. Now you can just kind of move it around freely. Yep, I knew you were gonna do that. I can't take you anywhere. Do you? I knew immediately. I could have scripted that. Do you guys head there? Are you gonna ride and risk exhaustion, or are you gonna rest? How much of a rush is the new forming company, which is what a group of knights is called, as a company? Are you in a rush to get knighted, or are you going to take your time? And if every question is starting to feel like it's loaded, it is.
Hi.
There's being on travels with her for 5 years, we've always been in a rush.
Actually, she's pretty safe with you all. That's a really good question. She's pretty safe. She takes her time. She never really pushes hexes, but you got the impression during those last couple of years is because she was making sure her squires were safe. You were in a realm with no friends. Everyone was a hostile. Here, she would be a knight, and she was looked up to by most, feared by many, but looked up to because she was a knight of the realm. And that realm, no one gave a fuck who she was. So she was making sure you guys were safe. You guys went on that's like taking people who weren't spies into Russia for a spy mission. Like, it wasn't friendly in the Cold War.
Yeah.
I feel like we could take our time. I mean, we are in the lands that we are mostly know now. You could
take your time. A trek is so basically traveling consumes a whole phase of the day and uses one of 3 methods. So you could travel afternoon and night and do 2 hexes because you have mounts, and then rest in the morning if you want.
Oh, but what about the rations?
You have enough. It's always assumed you have enough food.
No, for
the seer.
The seer.
Gather the stuff from the hut. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you could hex around it.
Ponies.
Or the hex that you're there, you could try to find boars. You could hunt for boars.
I was gonna say we can hunt on the way too.
Up to you.
Definitely, let's gather food for the seer. To give
If that's what we're doing, and are we going to travel 1 or 2 phases? I guess that's my question. What's the plan? You're going to travel through the night into morning, or are you going to travel just the afternoon, camp, and then do double duty tomorrow? Because right now you would be here by nightfall. You'd be right here by nightfall. And it's here.
That seems an appropriate place to set up camp.
I agree. I think the situation we're in, I mean, we will have everything that we need. She's trained us for 5 years. I think getting to the seer is going to be important as we can get there, and hopefully maybe we can get answers from them.
So we're 12:09. I will get you your description as you're traveling through this. Audience, I am never going to have them roll their wilderness rolls. That is your responsibility. And that also means what happens to them is kind of your fault. So, audience,
yeah, kind of is all the time.
I need a D6 roll. This is called a wilderness roll. Anytime you're in a hex, when ending a phase in wilderness, you roll a wilderness roll. On a 1, encounter the next omen from a random myth in this realm. On a 2 or 3, encounter the next omen from the nearest myth. On a 4 through 6, encounter the hex's landmark, or otherwise, it is all clear. 5 to 6, first hex, clean. Nothing going on. If you want to hunt and look for stuff, you're welcome to do it. The boars are pretty prominent in this area. If you want to try to hunt them down, they have a decent amount of hit points. Well, they're hard to fight. As a group and with the Komodo, you probably could take these down pretty easily. A pack of them, though, are going to fuck your day up.
Right.
So are you trying to single them out? Who here has the best clarity to spot, see, or find boars? Because you all
6.
suck as squires.
Thomas, what is yours?
I'm not good.
Correct,
I got a
JD,
6,
correct.
yeah. I got a
Mine
low
is an
clarity.
8.
Ooh.
Oh, so yeah, by the way, you're welcome to share your stats right now if you want. There's no reason to hide them anymore,
Sure.
unless you want to.
Sure. Yeah, mine's a 6, my clarity.
All right. Okay.
Fine.
All right. So who's gonna, or each of you gonna roll to like look and see if you can find one while you're traveling? See if you can get a boar by itself. There usually seems to be like 2 to 3 of them at a time.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So those who have good rolls, give me a roll. The other one is considered leading. The Komodo seems to just be walking through the hills. It's just going in a direction, unless she tries to steer it. It is going the way you want to go right now.
No, I didn't. I was slightly above
Okay.
line. So
What'd you get, Diana?
no scene.
Yeah, I was above mine too. Not by a lot.
First shift, there's nothing. You don't see shit. Are you guys going to set up a camp for
Below.
the evening?
I was below.
If one of you has to lead the way, unless you're going to let the lizard do it. Are you going to let the lizard just walk in the direction it's going, and you're also going to scout for boar from the top? Not paying attention?
Oh, I thought it was all of us.
Nope,
Okay.
nope,
No.
nope, nope. So first shift, afternoon, goes well. Night falls. It is clear out. No overcast. The moon is full. It's hitting into that spring time frame where the weather is getting kind of that perfect temperature. The glades here are rolling hills. The flowers aren't in full bloom yet. Are you wanting to ride through the night or camp for the evening? This is going to be a question that happens a lot. So, like, basically, do we want to rush there and push, or do we want to camp and pick it up tomorrow?
Yeah, but that's
Camp.
me.
Okay.
No,
camp.
I think camp as well.
Okay. All right. So you camp for the evening. Nothing happens. Nothing approaches you. I'm not even going to make the audience roll. As a matter of fact, animals and wildlife seem to stay the fuck away from you. Can't imagine why.
Okay.
So it's three ponies.
Yeah, it's the
Three of
ponies.
them.
I'm assuming you do the thing you've been trained this whole time. You keep the ponies away from it, all the normal things. You wake up the next morning. It's eating a rabbit. It's dug a hole that is 2 foot deep in the middle of the night and dug a burrow out, and is eating a den of rabbits. Just munching on them.
Eating bunnies, Diana.
Killed
Whole family. 17.
12 of them. I rolled 2 6s. 12 of them. Murdered them all.
Oh.
Ate them all, one bite at a time. Like, literally like shark bites. Just gushers. Gone.
Oh.
I just messaged something.
Uh-huh. That's up to you. It is safe where it is. Unless somebody wants to risk coming near that fucking thing and looking.
Okay.
That's up to you.
Okay.
The next day, you get up, you ride again. 1 hex in, audience, same roll. I need a d6. In the distance, as you hit the top of the hill, you can see the huge rolling city over these really tall hills. You can see lights, kind of torches going out in the middle of the morning as you guys are getting up and riding out that morning. You could have went to the holding, but you pass it. There is no roads heading south, 0, in these hexes. Only along the desert is there one. What did they get?
6.
Absolutely clean. Nothing. Nothing is seen at all. But in here, you start seeing marks of a seer. The things that the Barbed Knight taught you about. You see them marked on rocks, on the side of posts. These are marks that are done by knights to let other knights know that there are seers in the area, which means they're in this hex. To find this, there's a site map that I have separately. And it's very simple. This one's not hard, but basically there's a series of lines to find something within the hex. You've been taught how to do it, which means that it's going to be a little easier than normal. During the course of the day, are all three of you working together to find the seer? Or are you splitting up? Because basically you could all split up in a hex and come back and meet. How does a group do this? Are you sticking together? Or do you just let the Komodo go and you just keep walking with it? How do you want to go about this?
And I don't think we should split up.
No.
Not right now. We're not all knights.
No, and I almost believe that the Komodo knows what's going.
Possibly. It's possible. What about the fake Barbed Knight? You're muted.
I agree with Esme. Baxter instinctively is going in a certain direction.
All right, so you're gonna let it walk. So you take a shift in. Afternoon, it stops to eat. It takes down 2 boar, eats 1.
There's 1 boar.
You know when this thing kills, it leaves one behind, and usually she has you all grab it, field dress it, cut the area that was bit away because the neurotoxin can be dangerous for you all, unless you jerky it first. But this is normal. It will usually hunt for itself and one for its owner.
Excellent. Good job, Baxter.
It growls at you immediately. Hiss, growl, not friendly.
At all of us, or?
No, just him when he spoke to it.
Must not like that name, apparently. A little too, maybe.
Well, why don't you try, Esme?
I go slowly to grab the board.
Try to do what?
To grab the board.
Oh, the board? Yeah, it lets you walk out. Doesn't matter. It walks a little distance away. It waits. It's used to this. You gather up the boar. It takes, a little bit of time. You tie it up on one of the ponies or behind it, wrap it, and drag it along with you. So now you have one offering. It goes through this winding hill and into up on top of 2 kind of larger mounds. One has got an old building that is partially toppled. Looks like it's been through warfare. It's been there for a long time. It's probably previous to this, but you do know, they say, this is one of the old outposts that would watch the 2 realms. They would wait for people to come in, because that wasn't always a desert. Something happened at one of the ages, that it was turned to a desert. Since then, they don't put patrols here anymore. No one fucking crosses. This war was unexpected. When it climbs up to the top, it looks down, and in this deep valley, there is stained red grass everywhere. You wouldn't see it unless you're up on top of the hills in this specific spot. There is dirt in the center, but everything else is just stained red. And it lays down.
Baxter wants us to get off. I hop off.
Okay. It does nothing. Let you get off.
Thank you.
Eleonora would do the same.
It hisses, but it's not angry hiss. Just a little hiss, and that's it. It licks your other hand covered in blood when you get off.
Yeah. Well done, Baxter. Well done.
And it just lays down. Cleans its teeth. Lays there.
I'll walk the ponies a ways away, tie them to a tree.
Okay.
I'll keep perhaps because we didn't find another boar, maybe bring one of the ponies with us as well.
It is late afternoon heading into night because you did 2 shifts, 2 phases to get here. You could camp for the evening if you wanted, or you could head down. You know where it is. You're at the site, and you could head down in the moonlight before it gets too dark. Up to you. You know, it's assumed you have torches.
You said it's early evening when we got here?
Yeah, early night, like 8.
I got you. Do you things start bright and early in the morning?
Okay.
We go down now.
I mean,
you could see the hill. It maybe take you 15 minutes to walk down. 20.
we're here now.
All right.
Let's proceed with caution, however.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Right.
The scene cuts to black. We are in the holding 4 weeks from now. I need you to roll your knights. I'm not going to do the scene of you guys getting knighted. We're going to use that for a flashback moment later. I will tell you the order I want you to roll, though, because that is important for this. The holding area that you're back to, this huge sprawl of buildings on a hill, like kind of Peru feeling, but medieval. Just tons of thatch buildings. There's one tower in the center. It's fairly nice. It's well kept. The stone on it glimmers in moonlight. You've already been knighted. It was a few weeks ago. You've already been given your station. They have the belongings for knights that are long past in an armory below this holding. And you each were given the mark that was put upon you from the seer that you saw. We'll do the seer, like I said, in another one. So let's get into rolling some stuff.
Let's go!
I will start with Diana.
Okay.
You've already been knighted. The seer told you you were worthy. That's all that matters. What actually happened there we'll do later. I need you to roll me a d6 and a d12. And you can choose. I'm still allowing that. You could roll or choose.
No.
All right, we're rolling.
This is fun.
I prefer rolling anyway.
Yeah, D6. Let's go.
D6
What you
is
got
a
for
3.
me?
D6 is a 3.
Okay.
A D12 is a 3.
D12 is a
That's my
3.
lucky number.
That is one of the ones I want to play really bad. Also,
Why?
I feel like you already have a uniform for this somewhere in your closet.
Okay.
A 3 and a 3, right? That's what you got?
Yes.
Yes.
You are known as... Well, I'll tell you what you're wearing. You have a horned axe.
Horned axe.
Horned axe. It is hefty, like the one you had before.
Okay.
Spikes on it. You have a kite shield that is armor 1 and also a D4 damage.
Armor 1, D4 damage. Okay.
They've given you a jittery steed. Always aware, always looking. That steed has a vigor of 12, a clarity of 10.
I don't think I'll have to write it all down because it'll be on your...
It'll be on the sheet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up to you. You can write it down. If writing it helps you, just write it down. Spirit of 3, and it has 3 guard.
Wow. Oh, probably because it's jittery.
What was the clarity again? Sorry.
It's 12. Oh, clarity's 10. Sorry. Clarity is 10. Now, with that, they have given you a ring of keys. For any lock, there is a 1 in 3 chance that key ring has a key to open it.
That's cool.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what it is. And you get a bag of ill-gotten gains. This is the thing you'll be rolling for.
Okay.
You are the key knight. Sure as sky and sea, for every lock, a key. I need you to roll me 2d6, please. They are separate. I'm constantly making noise. Just a janitor's life.
How many D6s you want?
2 of them. I need 2 numbers. I need one, the first number and the second number.
So much for
First
stealth.
number's a
1.
Second number's a 4. Sorry.
Inside that bag of ill-gotten gains, you said the first one was a 1, is polished gems. And what was the second one?
A 4.
Some baby teeth.
Of course, Diana would have baby teeth.
I'm not fucking kidding. I will pull it up right now. Hold on. Hold on. I am not fucking kidding.
Just so you know, my characters tend to like kill kids most of the time. In the 5 years we've been all together too.
Hold on.
Why?
Hold on.
Why?
It just ends up either not all of the characters.
Even before that.
Wait, could it be like baby teeth, like baby Komodo dragon
No,
teeth?
it's not.
It just says baby
No,
teeth. It's all it says. I'm not making this up. I did not make this up.
It's
Hold on
just
here.
Baxter's baby teeth. We just have like.
Okay, there we go. This is the key night. Some baby teeth. I can't make this shit up. I swear to God, Adam, if you get a
my
cook.
goodness. Oh,
Look at-
oh.
It's
3?
coincidence that I get.
So 3. Oh no, you had a 3. I lied to you. Man, I was so
teeth?
excited.
No tea?
No, it's a wooden ring.
We can keep the baby teeth. I already wrote it down.
Hey, fine. Baby teeth are yours then.
We're keeping it baby teeth. It's
Keeping the baby
written
teeth.
down.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
That so you were
Wow.
knighted, but you were all knighted by that one. But it says that your seer, if you were to ever find it, is known as the unspoken seer.
Ooh.
You don't know where they are, but if you ever find it, that is your seer. The art from it is literally a roguelike knight with a bunch of fucking lockboxes above it.
That's me.
Yeah, I feel like you have this outfit. I think you just wore it for a photo shoot. All black, rogue looking.
Yep.
That's funny.
Uh,
You could click on it on your thing too.
Yeah. You can look at it and you can have that whole sheet. You can just print
Yeah,
that sheet
yeah.
for yourself.
Click on the key night right there.
It's cool at the bottom of the sheet if it's ever needed. There's like random names and stuff like that can be used in case it comes up.
Cool.
I use that as well to like, if I need a name that makes sense for the setting, I just roll a D6 and a D12, click it, and just take the bottom row. And I just use it. The omen on the next page has nothing to do with you. Those numbers are just there so I can pull the omens up. So, that's your character. You are the key knight. It's super fucking easy. That means you got a D8, a D4, and then you could technically use your dagger still if you wanted, or your other axe, and roll 2D8 and fight with 2 fucking axes.
Am I allowed to though? Because I thought you said
Oh, you had a hefty. Yeah, you have a hefty. Nah, you can't then. The dagger you
Yeah,
could though.
listen.
The dagger you could. But you do
What
have
about the
armor.
whip? What happens to the whip?
I mean, we're gonna get into all this. 4 weeks have passed.
Whip is kind of.
We're gonna get into it.
Okay,
You
sorry,
do
go on.
have a really dope ability though.
Oh,
So
maybe-
retroactive forethought. Once per day, produce a common item from your backpack that could have reasonably acquired at a recent point. Just once a day, you can be like, oh no, I got that, and reach into your bag and pull it out if it makes sense that you would have it.
That's like soap.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, like soap, like fucking soap,
bucket?
Remember that?
like
A bucket?
fucking soap. Yes, just like fucking
that's,
soap.
That's fun. Okay.
So that takes us
Cool.
to Adam. I need you to
Let's
roll.
buy more keys.
Nice. All right.
Keys. That's gonna be the goal.
D6.
Get you more keys.
Get me more keys.
D6. We have a 4.
Okay, and then a D12. We
A
get back to the
D12?
page. Yep.
We have a 12.
Wow.
So 4 and a 12. 4 and a 12. Let me get back to my page here. 4 and a 12. Don't say anything. I know you're already looking. Can feel it.
I didn't want to look. I wanted to hear.
Yeah. Adam can't handle
I mean,
it. You
I
can't handle it.
clicked
You
on
can't
it.
handle it.
I know. I
Four
clicked.
keyblade,
I clicked
a
on what I got, but I
keyblade?
haven't looked
Oh
at what
my
it does.
gosh.
4 and a 12.
Oh, it's from
4 and
Oh,
12.
it's
Okay.
from
Four
So
and
you
12.
are
I've not read it
given.
yet.
You're given a war flail.
Oh,
Ooh, cool.
4 and 12. You're given a war flail. It does D10 damage, and it is long, which there's special rules for having a long weapon. Basically, like
That's
reach.
Yeah.
Cool.
You have an unnatural body. See below. We'll be rolling for that.
You mean see below on the thing,
Oh,
not
God.
Concealed. The unnatural body is concealed beneath a plate suit. A1. You have an armor of 1 plate suit. You have a hood and clothes. You have a well-groomed steed. Has a 12 vigor, a clarity of 8, a spirit of 6, and 2 guard. Next to it, it says a real horse, because a lot of this shit is not horses.
I actually have a horse.
You actually have a fucking horse. You are the Mock Knight. M-O-C-K. I will bring this up for everybody to see.
okay.
The Mock Knight and map on. That is the Mock Knight. Sitting in a tree with a bunch of arrows in it and a person in front of them. I don't know which one of you are. I think you're the one that's in the laying his tree. Unnatural body. I need 2d6.
5.
Okay.
And a 3.
You have bones of wooden rods and skin of silk.
That's kind of
What?
cool and gross.
Bones of
Wooden rods and skin of silk. Your seer is the
silk.
chance seer. You've never seen them, you don't know what it is, but that is what your seer is if you were to run into them. Your ability is impression of life. You do not truly need air, food, water, or to sleep, or warmth, or love, but you are compelled to play along when you're deprived of them.
That's fine.
I forgot to say the passions, by the way. Your passion is imitation.
Oh.
You restore spirit when you pass for human while under scrutiny.
So he's not human?
You're a fucking replicant, bro.
awesome.
Wow.
I forgot to give Diana her passion
Oh.
Oh.
because everybody has one. You were 33, right?
Yeah.
33? Is that right? No.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I was 3-3.
Yeah.
No, you weren't. You were the key
Yeah.
knight. That's not 33.
Oh, I was...
You are. Where's the key knight? It's not 3-3. It's Oh, I'm in the myths. That's why. Yeah, you are 3-3. I'm an idiot. Your passion is you restore spirit when you abandon a set plan. Oh, great. We have a chaos goblin. We have a chaos goblin. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
With that said, we don't
Chaos.
need Brianna to roll.
She's the barb.
She's the Barb Knight now. And on the day of uniting,
Awesome.
there is bells that toll through all of the realm, declaring the queen's death.
Oh.
Same day she is knighted. Same moment.
Same date she's knighted?
Yep, all of you are knighted at the same time, and you go in, you're holding, and they give you all your belongings and everything else. And she decides that she was given the Barb Knight as her title, and specifically hers is the serpent, is as well the knotted serpent, and she is the Barbed Knight, and that is from the seer that you all went and sought out, the Hungry Seer. With that, we get to roll new stats. Keep your squire stats. Those are part of it. It's been a few weeks since then. We're going into spring. We're going to be at the end of the feast for our first episode. You all now roll a D6 and a D12 for each stat, and you keep the higher of the two.
Ooh.
This is for all this.
Your stats straight across. So keep your squire stats, but you're rolling a D6 and a D12 now. And you keep the higher of the two. You wouldn't go down. You're progressing.
Vigor, clarity, and spirit.
So our title is no longer the Knight Errant. It's
You are a knight errant now. You were a squire before.
okay,
You are a knight errant,
okay.
and you are the barbed knight errant.
Barbed.
And yeah, you got it.
Wait, do we add those numbers together?
No, you pick the higher of the
Oh,
two.
pick the highest.
So you roll them in order
My
again,
numbers really
and you
shitty.
pick the higher of the two.
Well,
Now,
what-
normally a squire gets
Oh.
another D6, but because you guys are being knighted, and we just did it as a flashback, I'm not doing that to you.
What
On top of that, you roll a D6 for your guard.
Oh, cool.
So we're
What
not
is-
adding the
Higher of the two.
of the two that we
Yep.
had
So whatever your
before.
previous
Okay.
stat was as a squire, if it's
Got it.
higher, you keep it. If your new roll is higher, you keep that.
Thank God.
Oh, okay.
Copy, okay.
I was
Higher
gonna
of the
say,
two.
yeah.
No,
I was
you're
gonna
rolling
say-
straight across, just like you did before. You're just keeping either your squire stat or your new knight stat, whatever one's better.
Ooh, damn.
Brianna, while we're doing this, I'm going to get you your lovely your passion, which is not normal. Your passion is to restore spirit. Apathy. Restore spirit when you reject a call for comfort. Sound familiar?
Yep.
We didn't plan this, by the way, anybody.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What?
I will let you roll your bad reputation. I need a D6 and a D6. Or you can carry the previous Barb Knight.
No, we're rolling.
Okay.
Okay. 5 and a 3.
5 and a 3. Let me pull this up. A 5 is Elderly Innkeeper, is your begrudging ally. It's your bad reputation.
Okay.
And a 3, there is a master blacksmith who hates you.
Okay. So you said that it was an elderly?
Elderly Innkeeper is your begrudging ally.
Well, 1d6.
Okay.
Look at that.
And your hated enemy is a master blacksmith.
Yep, that tracks.
Now, you've got a bunch of cool stuff. You get all the things that were part of the Barb Knight's, kit. You get the Jagged Spear, D8 hefty, but it also, which we didn't talk about, is it does a D8 extra against a target you have wounded or scarred. Scars are part of the game. They don't add together, though. You just get 2D8 to roll looking for better numbers. You also get red cloaked mail, which is armor 1. And, which I didn't talk about, you have a hunting bow, which is not strung. You've never seen her use it. But you can string it and use it for yourself. It's a really nice, regal, repainted black and red hunting bow. And that's a D6 long. And of course, you have your vicious charger. This motherfucker has a vigor of 12, a clarity of 8, a spirit of 5, 3 guard, and it also does a D6 trample if you're fighting while it's mounted.
Nice.
Your ability is the Red Hunt. Infuse a target's blood into an arrow to give it D12 against the target. You've never seen her use it. You can also taste a small amount of blood to get a glimpse of their location. Are you sure you didn't read this in advance, you fucking weirdo?
No. No. I swear.
And then the
wild.
serpent seer was your original seer.
Serpent seer. Okay.
Yep. And yours is stone and spike split into flowers. Cruelty is delicious power. That is the Barb Knight's title. You're on page 50. All of these can be pulled up. So we have the Mock Knight,
Right here.
we have the Key Knight, and we have someone reclaiming the title of the Barbed Knight. How did your stat rolls?
Theory.
See, yeah.
Or do you want me to save it for secret time?
Do I what?
Can I say what I think happened?
Nope, can't say it here. Secret time.
Okay.
Secret time. Actually, there isn't a secret tonight. We'll say it off air. First episode, We're starting secret time. Because I need to give you guys a little bit of camaraderie, figuring shit out as a group, and I don't want that to be with them yet. Is there any questions on the setup? Yeah, ask away. That's what we're here for.
The steed. What
Yeah?
kind of steed do I pick from?
What do you mean? Oh, you have one. You just
I
have
have
one.
jittery steed.
It's
So
just
do we
that
know it's a
you,
horse?
Nope, make it up. It doesn't fucking matter. It just can't fly or swim. It doesn't have any special abilities. It could be whatever the fuck you want.
All right, I'll think about it.
It could be from your homeland. It could be a fucking jittery camel. It could be a oversized hyena. It could be a fucking tortoise. I don't care.
Okay.
Whatever you want it to be, unless it says horse, it does not have to be. Some of them are specific though. So some of them will say things like you have a owl. Some say you have a stingray that flies. Some say you have a rhino.
Mm-hmm.
So totally up to you. You can have a jittery boar that you ride. But you are from a
that
desert
gets eaten.
land, but you are knighted in this realm. So it doesn't have to match your old land if you don't want it to. It could be whatever you want here.
I was thinking about this.
Whatever you want. And the only one who says it has a horse literally says you have a fucking horse, which is the Mock Knight, because he's the Mock Knight. You're a fake ass knight.
Oh, I'm a fake human. I'm a real knight, but a fake boy.
Yeah, fake boy.
boy.
Good job, Pinocchio.
boy.
So to end the
Pinocchio.
show, what I would like to do is, if the group is starting off here, the first thing to do, obviously, is to seek out the myths, to honor the seers, and to protect the realm. We are going to start with a myth. During the opening of, I shouldn't say the opening, the end of the festival of this season, as everyone is eating and having fun, and everything is going well, I need, hold on here, I gotta pull this up. I'm going to read what happens in town. The audience doesn't know this. I did not put the myths out for the audience either. Only I know them. You guys find them by seeking out omens. There are 6 omens that lead up to the myth. But at any point in time, if you learn where the myth is, because they are in a hex on the map, there are 6 of them. They are in one hex. If you ever learn where they are, if you ever seek out the information, if someone tells you where it is, you can bypass all the omens and do the myth. But I will tell you, sometimes that means you miss information. So from here on out, I recommend just printing your page or downloading that part of the PDF for yourself and never looking in those sections again, because you don't want to accidentally see any of the myths. Granted, there's 72. The chance of you remembering them, very slim, unless you're somehow Rihanna and immediately play the knight before she knows what the fuck she's doing.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing.
So, I need to pull this up. Is this the right one? Oh, okay. I'm going to read off the first omen, and I'm only giving you the game mechanics so you understand the process. After we start playing, I won't do that anymore unless an omen comes up with you're pretty sure this is one of the omens, just to keep you on the right path. But this one, I don't have it on screen, right? Nope, just making sure I'm not showcasing it. I'm going to put all these in separate files so no one can ever see them. As this is going on, people come rushing back in as everyone's kind of closing up from the big spring ceremony of everyone eating for those first few weeks and having festivals. Most of the land is currently in discontent. With the queen dying, people have been panicking. And you're so far from the actual castle for the queen that it took a long time to get that information here. Not forever, but long. If it started there, the information for the queen's passing started here, just outside of the holding you were in. Normally that information, like when the king died, came from the castle back, but that means it must have happened somewhere within hexes of this area, or maybe someone traveled here. There is a bog to the north of you. If you're looking at the map, you can see that green kind of marshy land. And in it, there is a field littered with martial detritus, a ton of just debris. Broken helms, shields, bodies. In it, the queen's body was found. Half sunk in the mire as they were seeking and hunting eels for the festival to feed everybody. Her body has been brought back to this hold, and nobody has been allowed to see her, and you 3 are the only knights in the holding at the time of this festival. Which means technically you have the right to ask to see her, because you are protectors of the realm. When that happens, at the edge of the town, the camera pans back, and a lean horse is currently dragging a dead rider out of the ground outside of the holding. Rope tied, mouth biting, pulling a dead body out of the ground. That body begins to move. And so does every other grave in the graveyard. around this holding. With that, we started our first Omen. That is Omen 1. We will pick up there next Monday as we begin to deal with the amount of past people coming back and the Queen's body sitting upright on the slab in the morgue. So that's it for us tonight. Welcome to Mythic Bastionland's episode 0. The horns go off, hooves can be heard, and that is the close for this. There's no secret tonight. We will be back next week with episode 1, playing our True Knights. All the stuff we did is some background stuff. I have more questions that will keep coming out as we play. There are 72 of them. We've only went through 3 of the questions plus 1, which the audience knows because they got to see it. And that will be it for the night. We'll have our trailer next week. And we'll be back full time for Mythic Bastionlands, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night, everyone.
Yay.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. See you next week.